And we're live. Welcome
Yeah,
everyone
what's up,
to
guys?
Hangout again, HexAsians. We're streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, and Daily Motion. I don't know actually anyone who watches Daily Motion. I'll probably rethink that one.
It's all right.
I want to do something similar to my man Fresh on Twitch. He always starts out with "What's up, guys?" Yes. So, hey, what's up, guys? Hex.
What's
Yeah.
up?
What's up?
What's up?
Channeling your inner hexologist.
Nice. Hey, just before I go any further, so I'll probably put this up on screen anyway. So we should have done this ages ago. So whatever we talked about, bloody hell, don't do what we do, because we probably don't know what we're doing. So do your own research. Absolutely, everything that we do here is for fun and laughter, peace and joy. Okay, so don't take our words for gospel.
Yeah.
Right on.
Absolutely.
You should have known that, okay? Guys,
You should have known better.
you should have known better, okay?
See that lawsuit flying. I
We're all adults.
This,
Yeah. Just have fun. We having fun, putting out some good information. But yes, this is not financial advice. Take notes and do with it what you will.
Do your
That's
own research. We will not
YOR.
be responsible for your whatever.
Your mishaps.
Yep. So
All right. Hey, I think we'll go a bit informal. Anyone can go. Actually, you know what? I'll put this up. Hang on. This just happened.
yeah.
So
Kevin,
not
I
only
bet you
did
can
we
see
have,
out your window.
oh yeah. So not only did we have the Suez Canal being blocked, now we just had the Indonesian oil refinery explosion, as you can see on the screen.
West Java. Let me put this on the map. Actually, that would be good to know.
West Java is pretty big.
Yeah, so I'll pop it on there.
Yeah, that's Singapore. So just zoom out.
Oh, hang on, I've already. Oh, there we go.
No. Zoom out.
Where are you?
Zoom out. Okay. That's the horizontal one. Yeah. No. That's the big ones.
Really?
The big ones is Sumatra.
Yeah, this is Sumatra, and then
So West Java is where the point is.
the whole
That's
thing
West
here.
Java.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's West Java. So
You're not gonna get a haze in the wind direction never
it
takes
will.
you there.
It will.
Really?
Yeah, it will.
Oh, but it's just outside Jakarta. Oh wow.
Oh.
Well, pray for Indonesia and for Kevin.
3 layers of mask.
Oh yeah.
Just
Gas
like
mask.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
always
well, it's probably it looks like 100 k's away, or probably
it's okay.
100
So
miles away.
yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
There we go.
We usually get the haze from Sumatra.
Yeah.
That's where they do the slash and burn.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't really like us that much. So
Yeah. I don't know if you've got Indonesian friends. My friend used to tell me like they would, people will actually go out there and just, destroy stuff or just claim stuff as their own. That's just how it works.
Is he Chinese Indonesian?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. So for people who don't know, the Chinese Indonesians are only 5% of the population, but they control 70 or 80% of the economy. Yeah.
Wow. So they got a huge influence.
Yeah, they've got a huge influence financially and economically, because they own a lot of the I think rubber plantations or palm.
I think they do. Yeah.
Or palm, I think palm oil.
Yeah. palm oil.
plantations all over Indonesia. So and the timber, timber. That's
Yep.
a big one.
So
Yep.
I think
Yep.
what I heard was they would actually go out and then they'll be like, "Oh, this timber's mine." They cut it out and then they just export it. They didn't ask for permission or anything like that, and they just do it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, I had a couple of Chinese Indonesian friends. So they were, quite rich, and what these Chinese Indonesian families would do is they would send their kids to Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah, for like grade school, junior high, senior high, and then after that they would ship them to the States for college. Yep. And then back after college, maybe a few years of partying, they would go back to Indonesia and take over the family business.
Yep.
That's the way it works.
Mm.
And we would find them in my hometown as well.
Yes, in
Everywhere.
Australia as well. Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The moment you see them, you rub your hands together, you know you're about to get paid. So
I want to give a shout out to D-Raj, our Indian brother. He's not able to make it tonight, but happy Holi to the people of India.
Happy Holi.
Mm.
D-Raj,
Holi.
shout out to you, brother.
Raj.
Yeah. Shout out to Peter too.
Oh, Peter. That's right.
Yes.
Hey, Peter. Hi.
There you go.
Nice. All right, moving on. We have. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is not new news.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they did. Like, did it move? Did it? I don't even know what it did.
It's like Brian of High Impact Flicks did a video about they don't seem like to be in a rush to get. You don't see millions of people out there, trying to get that ship unlodged. You see like 5 little tugboats and a couple of diggers. It's like they ain't in no hurry.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. That's another thought, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like there should be like 50 tugboats in there trying to do something. They like 3 or 4. It's like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, this should be big.
What we got here?
OKX to shut down the exchange.
Yep. New anti.
Wow, isn't that one of their
money?
Isn't that one of their big
laws.
ones? Or is that their biggest one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
Yep.
of their biggest. Yeah.
One of the
it's
biggest.
those.
Yeah.
There's what was the other one?
Uh,
Was it Bit Thump? No, not Bit Thump.
Bit
yeah.
Thumb or something like that.
Bit some. Yeah.
Yeah, that was massive. I remember back in the day there was an arbitrage. Remember 2017? There was a huge arbitrage.
Yeah. Everyone.
Love those. And then there was like a Bitcoin tax or something, and the locals pay like 25% more spread or something
Yeah.
on those lines. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Hey, JFK.
Hey JFK.
Yeah.
JFK's in the house.
Yeah, love your memes.
Yeah. They're pretty awesome.
Yep, exactly. Spot on.
The block.
Someone loves
Yeah.
it.
The oil companies and all the other people that are going to be raising prices due to the effects of this.
Yeah, that's it. I remember this one. The kimchi premium. There you go.
Oh yeah, kimchi premium.
Kimchi premium.
Yeah, the new laws will probably affect all the other exchanges over there too.
I'd like to go
Have you-
to Korea for a bit. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Mhm.
What did you say?
Yeah. Have you guys been enjoying the voice chat on the Hex Crypto Telegram channel?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
place to be.
Mhm.
If anybody's not in that channel yet, it's t.me/hex Crypto. Yeah,
Yep.
just join
Yep.
in, just listen in, and you have all kinds of walks of life, experts. You name it, they're in there talking, chatting it up.
Ranking site founders.
Yeah. I was in there today at lunchtime, and I heard something quite interesting. I think one of the guys, I think there's this Finnish guy called Michael Lang.
Oh, yeah.
Love
Yep.
his voice.
Yep.
Yep.
So he was saying that the some of the whales, if in those in Hex, they are not, if they are like corporate entities, they are not allowed to stake. So they can only hold their Hex liquid. It's not because they choose to not stake, but apparently there is there are some, like, I don't know, corporate rules that they have to follow. Yeah. So yeah. So that was the first time I heard something like that. So and another guy in chat, he's I think this guy has been around in the Hex chat for quite some time, and he also confirmed that. Yeah.
Yep.
That guy was called, I think, Overwatch Partners.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's-
was he the Lambo guy?
I don't know.
Lambo guy. Yeah, he's a Lambo guy.
Yeah, he's the Lambo guy.
He's a Lambo guy. Okay. So yeah.
Green
So
Lambo.
One of the main mods for the room. Yeah.
So yeah, but because his nickname had Overwatch Partners, someone in chat asked, "So, what do you like about Overwatch?" So he thought that this guy thought that Overwatch Partners was playing the game.
The game.
Oh my god.
The game, yeah.
Yeah, and he said, "No, I don't play that."
Right. Yeah, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, that was quite funny. So,
That's funny.
Yep.
so yeah, so that was quite interesting. So so like before we bash, so if that's the case, then I mean, we Hexicans should think twice before bashing people, whales especially, that keep Hex liquid and not stake.
Right.
They might not be, they might not be dump, they might not be trading per se, but they're just not allowed to stake.
Yeah.
Meaning that they have to hold their tokens liquid. Yeah. Probably it's some kind of corporate.
And that benefits the stakers anyway. Because
of course.
Exactly.
Yeah,
About
it's
to
just
say.
like
Make the pool smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the OA, you know.
Yeah.
So interesting point. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to keep in mind.
Hey, Crypto King, do you want to talk about your mate here?
Yes. I as me trying to get guests for one of our head channels, Discourse Syndicate. I reached out to a CEO of a coin ranking site, invited her on, and she accepted, and she spoke very favorably of the Hex community. So, you know, I set that up. I got her email address. I sent it to Kinetics. He's probably in the back, you know, doing his thing, trying to get that set up. So I put that information out on the voice chat today, and Papa Boner was in there, and he was like, oh, so tell me more, like what, you know, who this is and what this site is. So I told him what it was, and he did some digging. He just clicked on that person's links, and he found out that she was reporting Hex as ranked number 201 on her ranking site. So what Papa B and others in the voice chat recommended that I do is go back to that person and tell her to please correct your ranking of Hex, because if she's going to come on to the show before she corrects it, it's not going to look good for her. So so I reached out to her. I told her to go through Nomics, get their API data from them, and she's already responded saying she's got the API data from Nomics and she's going to integrate that into her website. So I don't know how long that takes. I'm not familiar with how long integrating that type of data into a website takes, but hopefully within the next 24, 48 hour site will reflect the same position as Nomics. So that's very good. So along those lines, I began looking up other sites. So I found 3 more. Remember, we're not going after CoinMarketCap anymore or CoinGecko. They don't want to listen. So I'm going after these smaller ones that, hey, the more sites that rank Hex favorably will outnumber the other 2 that are being pains in the neck. So one of them is called Crypto Slate. Crypto Slate's already been replying, oh, we'll look at the updating hours, because initially they replied, said they get their data from CoinMarketCap. So we had a Hexican out there reply to my tweet saying, hey, you guys need to update it. So now the Crypto Slate is looking at trying to figure out how they can update this. There's another one called Brave New Coin. So I already sent out a tweet to them. So if you guys could retweet that or reply to those, that'll be awesome. And the other side is I can't remember what the other one is. There's 3.
I think it's crypto.com.
Oh yeah, Crypto.com. Yeah, Crypto.com. So I think they're fairly big. So if you guys could see those tweets, retweet them, reply to them, and we'll get rolling. I was told by Overwatch to go ahead and let Richard know that at least that one lady is updating her site. So he told me to let Richard know that's happening. So he said Richard would probably think that is actually a good thing for Hex. So
nice.
That's about it on that front. Thank you, guys.
Hey, look what we got here. Retrostatic, how are you, mate? Speaking of the devil.
Oh, there's Togo. There's Togo. Right on, brother.
Right on.
Right on. Thank Togo. You lied.
Right.
Yeah, he replied to the tweet, and Crypto Slate has been very responsive, and they are now reviewing to see if they could update the data. Thank you, Togo.
That's awesome. Thank you, Togo.
Right on. See, that's what it takes. I mean, it's not only me that does this; it's the community that responds, and we get things done. So it's not only me that's doing it; we all doing it together, and we're very appreciative with the Hexicans, responding.
Yeah, sure.
So
Nice.
Yeah. So for Crypto Slate, I have subscribed to their I've subscribed to their Telegram channel. So they have they're basically a crypto news site.
Right.
So you can subscribe to their Telegram channel. t.me/forge Crypto Slate News.
Yeah, I'll put that on.
Right on.
That one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wells Only. Wells Only's in the chat.
He's in the room.
He's cooking up he's cooking up those charts.
What's up, Wells?
Wales?
What's up, Wales?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing this morning?
Hey,
What's good?
Pretty good, man.
good.
Glad to hear it.
What about you?
Another beautiful day in Hexland, so no complaints here. Just waiting for this dip, baby. You already know.
Yeah. There was a little bit of dip. Went down to 1.5.
Yeah, we're around there right now. So I'm just looking to see if, just like everybody else, waiting to see when I can buy again. That's all.
Yeah.
Just living the life. What can you do?
Hell yeah.
That's
Did
right.
you see? Did you all see that Trayvon James? He got me with his Hex 3 cents video.
Oh yeah.
if you watch the video, you have to fast forward to the 15-minute and 13-second mark, and then he begins talking about Hex at 3 cents. So if you want to just fast forward to 15 minutes, he got me. I was like, when's he gonna mention it? And then 15 minutes later, there it is.
Well, good to see people are catching on to the facts. Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not dissing Trayvon. I mean, thank you for.
No disrespect to anybody. You know, I mean, it's been obvious from day one to me. So
that clickbait got me, but I sat through it, and he got to it around the 15-minute mark.
Got you. That's funny.
Yeah, but that's a lot of eyes. Just imagine a lot of eyes that saw that. He has a huge following,
for sure. Yeah.
That's good. It's good.
I mean,
that's good.
look, here's the thing people have to understand, right? When you have a following, right, it's on you to respect that. So telling the truth is not something to admire. You know what I'm saying? It's what should be done. Is what's right.
Yeah,
you understand?
Responsibility in a way.
Yeah, exactly. So, applause to him for relaying the facts, because there's not many people in the crypto community that do that, and that's why Crypto King is harping on it. I get it. I get it entirely, for sure.
Right on. So I see you scrolling through my my feed. I added some more Sakura and Cherry Blossom.
I love the Cherry Blossom.
I put a video,
so
a video up there. I was riding my bike.
So nice.
Yeah. I got
the
pending up there.
Oh,
there you go.
That's great. Sakura without the tourists.
There it is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Because it's always full of people. That's very true.
Oh man. Great. Oh, what's that?
Gambusters. Hang on. Is this an F4?
It's an F4. That's an F4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Gambusters.
That's I think
is this the original
VFA? Yeah.
Oh, it's
and it's black here.
Well, yeah.
Holy moly.
How about that? A little bit of history everywhere you look.
They have a statue of MacArthur. Maybe tomorrow I'll get a picture of that one.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Good old days, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey,
what else?
I'll probably bring this up.
Okay. So this one.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
No, it's not.
What?
So
not really.
Okay, I guess it helps to be able to read the shit. Okay.
Yeah.
It ain't cool. So
Uncle Kev, I'll get you to, or anyone. You can go ahead and elaborate if you like.
So one of our HexAsians, Edward, shout out to Edward Hexican. So he pointed out this article, which was written back last January. Yeah. So this one's in traditional Chinese. So it's not. So we know that it's not written. It's not from a Chinese source. It's either written by someone from Hong Kong or Taiwan, which uses the traditional Chinese script. So what it is, the headline says, famous controversial person Richard Hart launches Hex, and is this a scam? The price of Hex now is less than 1 Satoshi. That's what it says. So it was like one of the scam, calling Hex a scam articles, but it's probably the first one that we've seen in Chinese. Yeah. So
let me ask you guys this. because I don't know, right, what the mental psyche is when somebody sees a headline in China or Asia in general. The first question that comes to mind is, do people take what they see in papers at face value? Because like in America, most people don't, right? Like people look at a headline, they look at a newspaper, and they realize that, it's not reliable for the most part.
Yeah. Depends on where you are. Depends on where you are.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like for here in Singapore, most of the population is very obedient. So
yeah, as always.
So they do believe what they see on the newspapers.
Got it.
So I cannot speak for the States or
Oh no, I was asking about Asia.
Asia. It depends. Like because I spent quite some time in Taiwan, so the media is extremely partisan. So
for sure.
Yeah, so whether you believe what the papers says depends on which side of the
spectrum you're in.
The political spectrum you sit on. So
I know that firsthand because my parents are Taiwanese. So
perfect. So it's just like everywhere else.
Are your parents blue or green? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
See, there's gang colors everywhere. People just don't know it.
Yeah.
Those two are the biggest gangs in Taiwan.
Right. There you go.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that it's just China behind both of them.
Exactly.
And I don't even live there. It's not hard to figure out, folks. It's not hard to figure out.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, who loses? The people always lose. They never win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Political parties always win.
Divide and conquer.
Every day, all day, baby. Every day, all day.
All day.
Beautiful thing.
We got our rep Hexican in Korea is in the chat. I'm seeing if he wants to
shout out to
come
him
on the show and give us a report about the OKEX exchange going down.
It went down again, or you mean just in general?
I guess
they're going down
due to some new laws.
Yeah. New AML laws over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus. Them guys can't catch a break.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey man. Okay. People in crypto want to keep playing within this framework like it's real. That's what they're gonna keep running into. So nature of the beast. I mean, look, New York is a perfect example, right? Back in 2014, 2013, even 2012, there were a lot of people trying to start Bitcoin-related businesses here. What the government quickly and swiftly do? Institute a licensing measure to stop people from constructing Bitcoin-related entities. That's just how it works, man. They're not out here trying to promote your well-being or anything for your personal life improvement. And people just got to understand that, man. Just got to understand that. It's crazy, but it's true.
Big cousin Camille. Who the fuck is Big cousin Camille?
Wait, what?
What? Did you run this through Google?
Oh,
Google
yeah, it's run through a Google Translator.
Yeah, they
Big
suck.
cousin Camille.
They can barely get Spanish right, man. I mean, I can only imagine something like any dialect of Chinese. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I can only imagine.
Genius is a big one in China. So Genius is a big one. Story about following the shoulders of a big brother after being forced onto the rooftop by BTC. What the hell?
Hey man, that's why my first question was to ask you, well, what do people really like? Do people really believe anything? Because that, I already know how China rolls. What you're gonna find in there is gonna be pure satire presented as fact.
Exactly.
Just like they try to do here, or they're trying to do here. Let me rephrase, because it's gotten so hyperbolic now that it's just like China here now, if not worse, in America now, and the UK and all these Western countries, right? Because it's all really China, and it's not really that it's all China, but it's the people that control, that want that type of society worldwide. That's why China is labeled as the future. It's not hard to figure out. Everything every country does is following who? China. Take note.
Social.
Take note.
Watch out for your social credit score.
Correct. It's coming.
Soon.
It's coming. They're already trying to do vaccine passports here in the US. They're not going to get away with it, but they're going to try. In New York City, for example, starting within 3 days, you're going to be required to have a so-called vaccine passport to, quote unquote, re-enter society. Not sure how that's supposed to happen when nobody ever left it, but it will be interesting to see.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Sounds
Should
like
be fun.
1984. 1984.
It sounds more like 1931.
1931.
Yeah.
That's right. People were calling Trump a Nazi, and here's fucking Nazis for real. Here are the Nazis for real. So everybody can have fun with that one.
Oh shit! Vaccine passport. Okay. Oh, this guy's holding up the vaccine, the yellow fever passport. Yeah, I've got one of those.
Yellow fever? Excuse me?
Yeah, if you go to Brazil,
Which
or
one?
go to Africa,
The virus or the?
Isn't that what
the
the
vaccination?
has?
Sorry, the vaccination passport.
The attraction or the vaccination?
The vaccination. The vaccination.
Good question, though.
I think I still have it.
Look at that. IBM based, blockchain based. What?
Shit. Blockchain?
It's on a blockchain, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna try to use a blockchain for this shit. You guys thought I was joking about them using this tech for their benefit. No, that's why we really have to be aligned in what the future is going to be, because if we're not, they're going to decide it for us. That's not a joke. That's a fact. That's why you can't sit there and think that you have no option. You always have an option. And saying no is that option. Saying no to oppression, saying no to whatever you don't like is the option. You're fucking crazy if you think you're just got to take with some random person, because this is what people have to understand. These so-called leaders are not leaders. They're random individuals, and that's the end of it. Those are the facts. How you view it is your problem. Doesn't change the facts.
Yeah. I've got one. That's the one.
Oh,
That's the yellow card.
Wait.
That's the yellow card. This one. So,
Oh, wow. What does it say on the top?
Yeah,
International.
you got the yellow fever vaccine.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep, good thing you're still alive, Kev.
Yep. Because I almost went to Brazil once.
Oh, that's why.
So you've gotta take a yellow fever shot. Because
when I was in the military and we had to go to overseas to the Middle East and all that, they forced all of us to take a smallpox vaccine. At least that's what they called it.
Yes.
I didn't know there was a smallpox in a barren land. But how about that?
Yeah, I got the scar right here on my shoulder. Jeez.
Yep, got it too. That's right. I mean, they call it a smallpox vaccine, but we don't really know what it is. Those are the facts, right? When you're a service member, you just do as you're told. You don't ask questions because you're not allowed to, unless they're unlawful.
Yes, sir.
And when you're ignorant, you don't know that somebody injecting some foreign shit in you is unlawful.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Facts of the matter.
Yes, sir. I always like to say that I had the least white hair in my life when I was doing my military service, because you know why?
Nothing to think about.
You don't need to think. You're not supposed to think.
That's right.
Yeah, just
Mind you, we all don't have hairs. Remember that?
Yeah.
Good point.
Like, yeah, everyone looks the same from the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
Very true. Uniformity.
Yeah, God.
Uniformity.
Any female that walks past, regardless of the age, is beautiful.
Yes. It was crazy. Like the way your mind changes is wild. People cannot understand it.
It's like I can't believe it, man. Remember that? You know, we'll go get our food, and whoever serves us will be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful."
Oh my God. When you're deployed overseas for years and months at a time, it gets serious.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very serious. Anyways, let's not harp on that. Sorry.
Anyway.
No worries.
What are we looking
All right.
at? Oh, okay. TA.
Let's do hex charts, shall we? Or at least just to see what the price is sitting at the moment. I think we're at 1.5 cent.
1.15. Yeah.
Yeah. So was it one? Yeah, kind of 1.5. So funny enough, that week actually went back and retests 1.4, which is 618 fib, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And it just quickly bounced back up again. So, but yeah, so if anyone's shilling hex, trying to get your family members, well, a bit of a discount here.
Nice.
I did notice that at least the USDC charts on the
liquidity has gone up
fallen a little bit. Is it?
Is it?
It looks like it's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's gone down a bit. So there's only 147 million hex.
Yeah, instead of, I think yesterday was 180 or 90 or something along those lines.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's all right. It's not too bad.
Outstanding.
No, but still good though. So last hour or so, what have people done? They're buying. Well, tiny though, but still, people are buying. There's one sale.
Yeah,
and
we
the
hear.
rest everyone's buying. Go ahead.
We hear you. We hear you. H369 out there. He's talking to Wales only. He wants to do He wants to be able to talk to you someday.
Yeah, I reply right back. This is the thing. I always like to say this. I'm nobody special. You know, everybody should be available to talk to everybody, right? Unless it's like a mass horde of people, and I'm not that important. So anybody can reach out to me anytime. I'm not anything special.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Through my direct connect on Telegram, right in the chat. So anybody is welcome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's right.
Right on.
Shout out to Young Man Brand. I see you out there, brother.
He's a boss. He's a boss.
Oh, man. What's up, Brad?
Brand, how are you? Hex Pro.
Brennan,
Don't miss anyone.
Hex Pro. You guys are out there rocking.
Yellow fever. Nice, Miss Exquisite. Yeah.
Oh,
Miss Exquisite popped in.
come on in.
Hey,
Hey, Miss Exquisite, how you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So true, Hex Pro. Yeah.
I was about to
So
say,
true.
Papa couldn't join us as well. I've got some jokes.
Yeah, I told him be covered down in his absence.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's something about him when he says it that's just
It's too funny.
yeah. It
Yeah.
is. If I say
really
it's
is.
inappropriate, right?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. If he says it, it's perfect. It's hard to beat that.
Yeah, can't do that.
Yeah. Yellow fever doesn't really work the other way around. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's okay.
so if an Asian guy gets a Western girl, it's like, wow, it's like, whoa, hey, dude,
How did he do it? Like, I want what he has.
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting. Because I think it's the same. I think it's the opposite over here. an American just can't get an Asian girl.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, in America, it's not how it works. No,
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
yeah.
everybody's here. It's not a forbidden fruit, right?
what have you done to them, Vince?
Absolutely nothing.
Have you taken them out of the market?
No,
Oh, that's too funny.
not at all.
I think it's also just like the way our values are. Like it's really, really different. I remember hanging out
Yeah,
with
it's just
white chick.
culturally just
Yeah.
too very.
Like she wants to party all day, and it was completely different. Well, I'm not saying I don't want to party, but it's on another level.
Yeah, the mind frame is different for sure, man. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Y'all digging my shirt? I know Wales Only probably enjoys.
Well, we can't see it. Throw it out.
Oh,
throw it
hang
out.
on. No, I hit the wrong button. I just booed him off.
Ah, there we go.
That's from
Boom.
High Impact Flicks.
That's a fact.
Wow.
That's a fact. And really, even longer. They just started calling it communism in 1917 or whatever.
You
Whenever
You know
they
what?
started calling
You know what? Initially the High Impact Flicks, he didn't have Trump on there, so I told him, hey, you should add Trump, and voila.
it.
There
Boom.
he is.
Oh man, too funny.
Yeah.
I like the
What?
fact that he's in color too, unlike the
Yeah.
rest, because that's a change. That's a point of change, right? And that's what people don't understand yet. They'll come to understand that with time, but I understand that right now it's hard for people to see. But eventually, it'll be very, very clear.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Vince, you interested?
Nah, no, thank you.
You want Asian girl?
Yeah.
No, good. Guys, we'll take a short break. I will put something
Intermission?
up on screen. Just give me a moment. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go get me some water real quick.
Yeah, you do that.
All right.
I should try trading stocks. I'm not going to lose money on this trade. I'll wait till it returns to the value where I bought in. I should get a paper account to practice on. Wow, that went really well. I'm going to make another paper trade. I've got the hang of this. I'm going to try using my money in the market. What's happening? I really need to pee, but I can't leave my computer. I'm not selling at a loss. I'll wait for it to go back up before I exit the position. I'm done trading for now. Why is my timing so bad?
Don't trade, everyone. Just buy Hex. Don't worry about it.
QuickSwap.
Hey, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Don't use QuickSwap.
Right. Yeah, that's actually a major topic lately, unfortunately.
Does anyone know what's going on? Because I don't. Yeah.
Supposedly, they've reduced the liquidity pool returns strictly for Hexicans. And they're ranking. I don't know exactly what the technical situation is with this, but they're ranking copycat coin higher than the original. On top of that,
and giving them more reward too.
And giving them more rewards, correct?
That's right.
And giving them
that
more
is
rewards.
Right.
Yeah,
that is right. So
Super Hex.
So where's Super Hex? Yeah.
I tried to use it. I went to go use it, and then when I realized you had to still pay ETH fee to just get onto layer 2, I was like, well, that's kind of redundant. What's the purpose then? Defeats the purpose. You still got to pay to get there, and you got to pay to get off the motherfucker. And you can't stake on the shit, so it made 0 sense. At least to me, from that point.
Yeah, I put in a bit of Hex and ETH on the liquidity, and also did some of the mining. So when I started, it was like 10. I think it was 10 quick a day. Then it went down to 8. Then it went down to 9, and 8. Then 7, just bit by
time.
bit. Yeah.
So that's how they do it. That's how they do it, slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, and in comes this effing owl token, and and they're setting it at 25 quick.
Crazy.
Bro. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like.
Straight disrespectful.
Don't bite the hand that feeds, man. That's bullshit, man. Yeah.
People are gonna learn, brother. One way or the other.
Sorry.
So I think we got a new viewer. Is in Riapia TV? Says from the UK.
Shout out to them. Welcome aboard.
Shout out. Welcome.
Yep. Welcome.
Being a Hexican is the best because we have no preconceived prejudices at all. We really don't.
Damn right. Yeah. That's right, Max.
Even if we don't agree, we still find a way to keep it moving and enjoying our time. That's one. Like I've gotten in so many conversations with Hexicans recently, where we come to a point in the road where we just have to go different ways, and that's okay. People have to understand. There's a certain point, where it's just okay to not see eye to eye. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, that's why government is foolish, right? They're gonna impose shit on you that doesn't make sense for you, right? So that's why you have to be able to think for yourself. You have to be able to critique things in your own perspective, right? Because everybody knows what's best for them, not everybody else. Like that's important. People have to understand that.
Right on.
Yeah, very important.
What's up, T-Bird?
I mean, it's just, it's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. We're never going to see eye to eye on everything. And being a Hexican shows you, because we're all so similar minded on so many high, big picture item level, just like on a higher level of viewing the world. We're all very aligned. But the more granular you get with what we think about certain things, there's going to be deviation because we all have had different lives, different experiences. So our empirical evidence is going to be different by default. So we can't all see everything the same, you know? It's like, well, I know all of this shit because of everything I lived, but I sound crazy to most people because they can't fathom this shit. Right? It's just like the first time I gave Hex a price target. People thought I was fucking insane, but it's clear as day now. Took them 2 months to catch up, but that's how it works. Right? That's just how it works. Everybody can't see everything how everybody else sees it, and people have to understand that. And what they should be doing is not calling bullshit, but saying, hey, what am I missing? Please help me understand what you're seeing because I don't see it. That's the right avenue of approach, because there's been many times where even I say something and I'm proven otherwise after the fact. Happened yesterday. Like, it happens all the time, right? And that's life. So you can't really hold on to something no matter what, even if you think it's true. And that even applies to me because I've done it. I do it all the time. So, you know, it's just being aware of yourself is the thing I'm trying to relay.
Can someone address Enrapia's TV's comment there about the QuickSwap?
Okay. Kevin, you can do it because you were actually involved. Or if you want, I can. I don't care.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know how Hexicans got into QuickSwap in the first place, because well, Brennan was the one leading the charge. So he was talking to the people at a QuickSwap to, you know, get some deal done with for Hexicans. So we got a pretty good deal initially. So Hexicans put in, I think, like close to $1 million in liquidity for Hex on QuickSwap. But then the rewards for the liquidity mining, I think it started when I got in, it was already like 10 quick a day, you know, and over time it just went down without any reason, you know. So yeah, from 10 quick to 9 to 8 to 7. So when I got out, I think it was like 7 quick. And then the latest news is that so QuickSwap, they awarded, you know, they gave a copycat token of Hex premier status above Hex, even though that we were the one that provided them with over $1 million of liquidity. Okay, so the Hex ETH and the Hex Matic or the Hex Quick pair, you know, we were only left with, you know, only like couple of quick a day, and they gave that token like I think 25 quick a day in the liquidity mining rewards. So that is not a nice way to treat people who have helped you gain a footing, you know.
So what it sounds like to me, we're saying to QuickSwap.
Sorry,
come on,
I can't
son.
see you. Yeah, come on, son.
I already knew you was doing that.
Okay. Come on, son. QuickSwap. It's more like son. Quick renege.
I already knew.
Get the hell out of here with that crap.
Yeah. So yeah.
Just be careful.
So, I should add too that there's also, I don't know if he's like a staff member or a dev, but there's this guy named Rock.
Oh, that guy
on Twitter. He spent like the entirety of last year talking shit about us and Richard Hart, and calling us scumbags and stuff. And he changed his tune right when QuickSwap went basically live for use. So when there was money to be made, he, you know,
sounds familiar. Reminds me of somebody that Reminds me of somebody I just talked about maybe yesterday.
Yeah,
This guy.
You know, other so-called influencers in the YouTube space. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy that
This
Vince
guy.
is talking about. Yes, sir.
that's dude. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's the guy.
Zacharias or somewhat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hold on. I think I've
Oh, he's the
got.
founder of.
Hold on. Let me look at the tweet.
Yeah, Hexologists dig through and found a bunch of old tweets.
Yeah. Was it Hexo? Yeah.
Yeah, it was from May 16, 2020, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he had like a video, the corruption of QuickSwap or something.
I don't remember if that was
Oh
a
yeah,
video.
so one of their
Tragedy. This one?
Yes.
No.
or somebody that the QuickSwap team hired for like marketing promotion
this
or whatever.
This one?
Yeah, he came out and said like they didn't pay him for any of the work that he did, and he was just kind of exposing a lot of the corruption in their team.
Announcement, and this is a true uncensored history of QuickSwap and the unscrupulous, unorganized, unethical, behind-the-scenes behavior.
There you go.
Of that project.
Wow. Okay, we're okay. Go to Vince's Twitter page. It's there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and that's the thing, bro. People think they know until they actually look, and then they realize they don't.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
That's the case in most cases. You know?
Super Hex brought up a good thing. Visa is now accepting payments to be settled in USDC. What do you guys think about that?
USDC is going to pump the $2.
Yeah,
it's great, dude. You know what that? You guys get what that is, right? You guys get what that is, right?
That's just fees. What did Reggie call it? Rent seeking or something?
Yeah. No, sure, true. That's rent seeking, but you have to understand the bigger picture.
That's a collaboration with Coinbase, is it not?
More than likely, but understand the bigger picture. The bigger picture is them realizing they have no fucking choice, my friends.
Yep.
It's on us to dictate the terms. It's not on them. We don't have to use that shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
We don't have to use it. Like, this is a new world, and this is why they're trying to position themselves in it now. They have no fucking choice.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's on us to make sure that they fucking understand that and not use their bullshit if we don't fucking feel like it, because we don't have to.
Like Richard always says, crypto was designed or developed or created to get rid of those people.
Correct.
Visa, PayPal's. So whenever they say, hey, look, we're doing you guys a favor. No, we don't need them.
We're not.
We
don't need them at all. Exactly.
Yeah.
Fact of life. Say it again. In fact, put your sign up. Come on, son. Fuck out of here with
Come
that
on,
shit.
son, with that. Get the Visa, PayPal.
Just get out of
Come
here
on,
with
son.
that nonsense, man. I must say that at least once a day.
That shit.
We need a t-shirt, man.
Yo, word.
But all these millennials and they like convenience. So they've seen Visa and MasterCard commercials their whole life. You know, they're sponsoring all the main events, the Olympics, the Super Bowls. So everybody's Visa, yeah, they're our friends. No, they're not our friends, and we don't need them in crypto. And don't get shit about convenient. No, it's over with.
No. Yeah.
Oh, look
Life
at that.
is good, man. It's on us to keep it that way. And if we don't want to use MasterCard to, do any transactions, we literally don't have to.
Exactly.
Right? And that's the thing people have to understand. Like, you always have an option, even if it's not the one you think is the best at that time. Like, for example, when they try to make me take that vaccine at work, I know that's the last day I'm going to be working there. Pretty simple for me.
Yep.
And that's just a fact of the matter. I'm not afraid. You should never be afraid of doing the right thing. And that's the problem. People are afraid of doing the right thing. That's why we have the world we have today, man. Seriously.
Exactly.
And I'm going to keep on bringing up Reggie Middleton. He's the godfather of DeFi for a reason. he is one of the first to talk about peer-to-peer transactions from me to you, no middleman. That's Reggie Middleton. So everybody, you can love him or hate him, but he's one of the smartest people in crypto, whether you like it or not.
Well, look, let me explain again, Reggie Middleton, because a lot of what I know that you guys are asking me to tell you about came from him. Right. Yeah. And this is something you all have to understand because he comes from the legacy finance side. He's not even a crypto person. He's a finance person. Right. And the reason he has, like Richard Hart, such a negative connotation around his name is because that's what they want. And they are the people that don't want you to succeed in life, in case you're confused.
Right.
So, you know, it's really that simple, unfortunately. And, you know, people just have to realize that that's the case. I mean, why else does your money never go any further than it did yesterday? You think that's by convenience? Don't be a fool.
Right on.
I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I know.
Come on.
And son. I'm gonna keep saying all that crazy shit, you know, because people got to look at the facts, bro. Like, these are the facts, right? Every year you work harder and harder to make less and less. Who can tell me otherwise? Let me know. Because even if your money is going up in terms of percentage of salary, I guarantee you it's not keeping up with inflation unless you're hitting the damn jackpot. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
That is right.
So
if you want to get a real look at real unemployment and inflation, go to shadowstats.com, the alternate data tab, and you'll get a eye-opening of what's really going on as far as unemployment, inflation, money supply. It's all there.
I mean, a good rule of thumb that I use is the numbers are deflated by at least 2 to 3 times minimum. And I mean multiples, not percentages, multiples. So if they're telling you that unemployment rate is 10%, it's probably really 30 to 50. Straight up. Absolutely. Because you have to understand how they do that math. It's just like when they talk about GDP. GDP is the biggest farce in history because what they're showing you is the change in dollar value for those goods and services, not the actual unit demand, which is the actual truth when it comes to growth or no growth, not the dollar value, because then you're looking at, in reality, something that's a ratio, not a count, right? A count meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not the same thing as saying.
And this is a.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
No worries. No worries.
Go on.
There's a difference between looking at something that's going up in a trajectory like fashion, saying it's going from step 1 to step 10. That includes 10 steps, right? Each one successive based on the previous one. And there's a difference between what we get from a measure of GDP, which is a rate of change based on a dollar value that's changing over time. So if that dollar value is up, GDP is going to be down. If that dollar value is down, GDP is going to be up. So when you look at the dollar over time with respect to a rate of change, all you see is a negative number year over year. And what that says is that you're being robbed and you don't even know it. And that's the real inflation. That's what inflation is. Inflation is taking one thing and making it smaller and worth less over time, just to pass it out around to others. So you have less of it. That is growth in today's economic lingo, FYI.
Yep.
So every time you hear the word growth, that's what they're telling you. Yeah, we're going to take more from you. Have fun. You dumb fuck because you can't do math. That's actually what they're saying.
Yep.
FYI. And if you didn't know, you're welcome.
And I'm pretty sure everybody's heard the term shrinkflation as well. They actually did someone put out a chart of all the various products that have gotten smaller over the last like 10 years, 15 years. It's happening, people. I mean, even at the commissary, they don't even sell a full gallon of milk, but it looks like a big jug. So, that's probably a gallon. No, dummy. That's like missing a quarter. But they think it's a full gallon of milk, and it's not.
Yeah. You got a lot of things like they used to sell 8-ounce little bottles of soda. I think now they're down to 6, 7 ounces. Cans of soda are down from 12 to 10 ounces, et cetera, et cetera. Yep. Right. The snack sizes have been reduced by I think 25%. Like you can. Well, I don't gotta keep talking. There you go.
There's more air in those chip bags.
Big time. Some people say, "Oh no, it's because the ingredients are getting more better." And go ahead and lie to yourself all you want. They ain't making nothing. Oh, this is super infused. No, it's not. It's super more expensive. That's what the fuck it is.
Yeah. Shrinkflation. Yeah.
Shrinkflation happening.
That is real. Yeah, that is a thing.
The prices are going up, and the size of the products is getting smaller because they're trying to pinch every penny they can.
I was about to say it's quite interesting. The moment I type Reggie Middleton, it auto completes. It becomes arrested. Scam.
That's really interesting.
Case in point. And this is why I love to correlate, or not correlate, but discuss, right, the relation between Reggie Middleton with respect to that and Richard Hart, because it's the same dynamic. You have a group of people that don't want you to know what this gentleman is doing so that you can't succeed, because what he's doing is beneficial to all. That's a fact. Not my opinion. Look it up. Eliminate all of the fucking nonsense fodder. Remove everybody else's opinion. Do your own research. Read the legal documentation. Look at what the gentleman was actually doing, what he was actually writing, and then look at what missteps he took and what missteps he didn't take. That's the way you actually analyze the situation. You don't just take somebody else's word for it. That's foolish. That's why we're all broke.
His technology actually threatens the central banking and the big financial industry. That's one of the main reasons why they attacked him.
Sounds familiar.
He was about to take out the banks and everybody. Stock broke, everything was going to go to zero with his technology. So they took him out.
So like we mentioned, like I mentioned yesterday, the 666D God Whale has been buying Veritasium, which is the token of Reggie Middleton. So he has been steadily buying quite a bit of it. So he knows something that you know. Just saying.
What do you guys think about this? The whole 3 Arrows Capital thing.
I personally, I believe so, because I was having a talk with a friend who I haven't met, someone from my military service. So I haven't met this guy in like 25 years. So it turns out that he's a VC. He's a VC now. So he's got his own crypto fund. And I was talking, so I mentioned, we were talking crypto hex, and he's into NFTs, but okay, well, whatever. And I mentioned 3 Arrows, and he said, and he said, oh, we're working with them. Then he said, oh, okay. So apparently, yeah. So his crypto fund has got money with 3 Arrows. So he might be in Hex as well for So I think it's highly possible. So just look at the 1.5 billion Hex that giant stake that just unstaked in March 15th. So we're all speculating that it could be that one could be 3 Arrows. So after that giant whale ended stake, it sent huge amounts of hex to 6 different wallets. So people are in the hex community, especially in Telegram, speculating that it's like it's probably a payout, back to their investors. So out of the 6 wallets, some of them are selling, and others are, still in the holding pattern. So it would be interesting to see what these 6 wallets will continue to do in Hex. So we don't know who these 6 wallets belong to, but they could belong to other hedge funds or commercial money. Who knows?
Good point.
Yeah, who knows?
So I'll talk a little bit about that because I think it's an interesting question. And I think it's something I just need to do a stream strictly on because people don't really understand how big institutions operate. Listen to what Kevin said earlier. You have that dynamic also in smart money, and then you also have our dynamic also in smart money, meaning actual smart money and then dumbasses. Because why would you be running a VC fund and throwing money at some bullshit like an NFT? And here's the thing. I used to work in the hedge fund industry, so I know the buy side. I know what VC funds do. I know all of this crap. What they do is the same thing that we do, just with bigger dollar amounts. But the thing about it is that they're smarter than us. Why are they smarter than us? Because they have other people telling them what to do. It's not that they're actually smarter than us. So with that, what they do is they collude, right? And what they do is they ride each other's coattails. And you can read this in all kinds of books. This is verifiable fact. I'm not the only person that is relaying this information to the public. These hedge funds pile in the trades together. They make money together. The only dummies that don't work together are us, the people. This is why we're always beat down, man. Seriously. And everything that we talk about hex related goes right back to that. Always, because this is a truth engine. This provides economic freedom, which therefore leads to every other freedom by default. Because once you're economically free, you're free to do with whatever you're free to do with your time, whatever you please. And that's the key. Go right ahead, guys.
Exactly. So like the CEO of 3 Arrows, when he was interviewed, he said that what they do is they would go into the community of the coins that they invest in. So you can be very sure that they have someone in our Telegram group. That's me.
I thought we were going to actually talk about the image on the screen, but I wasn't even done. So institutions, right? They're either riding coattails, like I just described, right? And that's really just the herd mentality on the financial side, right? You have the herd mentality, and then you have people like us, contrarians, right? Now those are the guys that make the big dollars, not the guys that come in and try to buy NFTs at the end of the joke, right? Because it's a joke on people, and they just don't know it. And they learn it after the shit crashes, right? It's the same thing that happened in the mortgage crisis. It's the same exact thing on repeat over and over. And people are just, too short-sighted to do their work and understand the big picture, right? So institutions ride coattails, and then you have the institutional contrarians that are going to operate like I speak of. They're not paying out the ass for fees. They're not letting you know they're buying. In fact, you're not even going to know they exist if they can make that happen, right? And this is what you have to understand about 3 Arrows, because this is what they do, right? That's the smart thing to do. A smart money maker isn't going to say, hey, here's the motherfucking money, because then guess what? They get less of it. So we're actually, by pumping our bags, we're actually screwing ourselves. And this is what people don't understand, right? Because if you look at the daily payout, or we'll get into this later, the total shares are up, the daily payout is down, right? And that's a function of a bigger whale in the pool and you getting a smaller piece of the pie, because you have a smaller piece of that big pie, because now there's a bigger whale in, right? And that's just how it works. I mean, I don't know if my squid or my ranking went down, but odds are it did. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I used to be like 3469 like 3 days ago. All of a sudden, I'm down 30 spots, 20 spots, right? And that literally, you know, that's just the math, and that's just showing you what's happening. But what's also happened in conjunction with that, because this is important to understand the balancing act that Hex does, right? While the payout has gone down, the value of the payout has gone up. So are you actually losing? No.
Yeah.
And this is the balancing act that fixed income products, i.e. Hex, does. Right? This is what I'm always talking about. So this is what helps, you know, this is like seeing this, the early days of this is going to start to help people understand the dynamics between price, payout, and what we're going to receive when the big boys come in. Because here's the thing. When you remove downside risk, and I talk about this all the time when I show the correlation charts, you look at that, and Uncle Kev will tell you, you look at those return streams for Hex on the x-axis, and you look at how the majority of them, not some of them, the majority, meaning greater than 60 to 70%, are positively skewed. That makes a decision supremely obvious that the right trade is not Bitcoin, the right trade is not Ethereum. I'm being 100% honest. When these guys sit there and they plot this shit, the fucking work is done. That's the end of it. You don't need to see anything else because that's mathematical proof. And you can't change that. Scatter plots are dangerous if they look right. And the Hex one looks right. Always.
Oh. Thank you, Wells. Before Wells does his charts for us, I want to mention the about the image you guys see on the screen, the heart hex lamp. Middle class, if you could put my comment up there as well.
Yeah. Just give me a moment.
In order for you to, it's a pre-order right now. He's taking pre-orders for that heart hex lamp that was designed by one of our HexAsians, Miss Hexquisite. You don't have to submit payment to the shop owner. It's just to see if there's a demand for the heart hex lamp. So all you do is visit the website t.me/hutcrypto. It's CRYPO, no T in there. And you just add your name and say you would like to be on the list for that heart hex lamp. It's gonna be if you guys seen this is one of the finished products from the same guy. Is that? Oh, can you guys? There you go.
Yep.
So
there you go.
If you want to get that version of the heart, because think of it, Richard Hart. The heart, the shape of the lamp is a heart, and it's got the kind of like the Hex logos kind of turned inward. So yeah, check it out. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Let's have a look at the chat. Just give me a moment. I just lost my train of thoughts. Yeah, Hex369 is asking, is it for sure or? I don't think we actually don't know, do we?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, no definitive proof.
Nobody knows.
He could be in this chat.
And that's my point.
Yep. Nobody knows.
Nobody really knows. All we can do is speculate. And that's the best thing that we can do. But what we can say with certainty is that there is definitely a whale in Hex. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
There we go, Balaji.
Balaji.
Yep. No way. Shit.
That's not going to happen.
No. If you become a squid, all of us will become squids. Come on. I mean,
I'll just fall back down to a silent shell. They'll just automatically
yeah.
unstack for me.
Yeah. Yep.
No worries.
Hex 24/7.
That's right.
Wow.
Nothing else matters, guys. Everything else is just an illusion.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, so I'll get right into it. Let me turn my little pointer on.
Yep.
I am working, so I hope I don't get interrupted in the middle of it. So let's get right to it. Full disclaimer coming right up. Where'd you go? What the hell's going on here? Why isn't my thing working? God, I hate PowerPoint. Why is this not working? Okay, give me a second, guys. Give me a second.
That's all right.
I don't understand. Okay, that slide doesn't want to work today. All right. Let me just try this again. Oh, PowerPoint.
Do you want me to take you off a second? I can take you off and then.
Yeah, take me off for a second. Let me just play with this file and just make sure it's working properly.
Yep.
It was fine
Nice
2 minutes
wallpaper,
ago.
by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I took it from the Telegram chat. They have a lot of cool stuff in there. If you're not in there, you definitely got to go in there and check it out. It took me a long time to get in there, but I'm glad I'm in there. I mean, you have people in there that are just helpful. And yeah, this is me saying it, right? The guy showing the charts. You know, it's just Hexicans being Hexicans in the chat. I mean, it's a great place to be if you haven't been there. So definitely join in.
Yeah, the
okay, I'm
voice
good
chat
to go.
is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm good to go, brother, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Disclaimer. The information displayed in this broadcast is known to cause increased amounts of FOMO. HexAsians and their guests are not responsible for any losses you may accrue for having weak hands. Stake accordingly. All right. So the first chart is the first 469 days of Hex from the data source that I use, that being graphx.rocks. So the first 16 days of trading aren't available because of the exchange on which it was first listed, which is one exchange, magically deleted the data because they updated their server and didn't back up the one data set prior to. Sounds a little funky to me, but that's the story. So yeah. So what we're doing here is we're comparing the first 469 days for Bitcoin, Ethereum, which is the orange line, Hex, which is the pink line with the white hue, and the T-shares index, which is the pink line, magenta, with the yellow hue. Bitcoin has no return value because it is not live yet until its first 562nd day of existence. So we still have about 92 days ago, 93 days ago until that moment comes on this chart set. So you know, be patient. You just have to wait. The Ethereum index is down to 793%, rounding down. The Hex index is up, well, down to down to 7,138%, rounding up. Phenomenal. And this is just in the first 469 days of its existence. Okay. And 299% of those returns came after the post-big payday. After the big payday, which happened right around here, day 351. So all the inflation is out. T-shirt index continues to go higher, like the T-shirts are supposed to, being the value proposition that they are. Presently returning 12,308%. Now I added a couple of nitbits here that I thought would be interesting to discuss because it relates to the structure of these things we call cryptos and what we think they are, right? I have something here detailing the trend in Ethereum in terms of the return stream and the trend in T-shares. I mean, it could be Hex. It's the same thing because they both move the same. So it's the same thing, right? I didn't throw Hex on here because how many lines do we need to look at to show the same thing? So that's why I only show T-shares and Ethereum, because T-shares are driving. That's the value proposition for Hex anyway. So Hex is going to take that path regardless. But there will come a point in time in which Hex will be more valuable than the T-shares. But that's a story, that's a conversation to be had in the future. A lot of us are not ready to understand that yet, because there's a lot that you guys have to understand with this before you can understand that. But that's a mathematical certainty, not my opinion. It's just how the math works. So when we're looking at this, this is the return stream, right, for Hex. And it's giving that power law structure that I talked about a long time ago when I display how the network effect actually works. So this is the network effect experience that Ethereum has had in its first 469 days. And this is the network effect that Hex has been experiencing in its first 469 days. Now, why am I showing you this? If you Google or search online, whatever you use, logarithmic functions or logarithmic charts, you're going to ultimately find this chart I used to show all the time, detailing the basic functions that a line is highlighting. And the respective slope for each line details the respective power function that you're dealing with, which is that logarithmic function, only in inverse, right? Because, or I'm not going to get into that, but that's just how it works. A power is the inverse of a logarithmic value. A power value is the inverse of a logarithmic value, and that's the whole point, right? Because if this was an inverse, it would be x squared. It would be a parabola. You guys get what I'm saying? So because this is inverse, it's a power law. It's going to be sideways. It has to be reflected on the y-axis and not on the x-axis. And I'm sorry if I'm going too astray with the math, but the whole point is that Hex is designed to work log base 2, just like I talked about from the start. And if you Google that term, you're going to see the different slopes, right? Because it's all about the slopes. That's what generates our return profile. It's that slope in the rate of change in the return stream, right? So when you Google logarithmic function chart, you're going to ultimately find, once you go to the images tab, oh, hold on guys, I got to make sure I'm green on Skype. Haha. You will see that what you're going to find is a bunch of lines that look like this spread on that chart, and they're going to give you different functions, and those different functions take different values over time. And what you have to understand lastly is that while this chart looks finalized now in terms of its form, logarithmic like, the reality is that the further we go out on the time continuum, the higher the return is going to be. But this picture is going to stay the same. Now, this is something that I want people to mull over for a long time, because that's what you need to understand about the price performance you're about to experience by owning this asset, right? This is very important, because what's going to happen is if you think about it and you look at this as if you're staring at a carpet and you're standing over this carpet and you can pick up this line, this trend line, and you can pick it up and hold it in your hands. What's going to ultimately happen is that you pick it up, go walk away for 10 years. You're going to come back and you're going to be able to drop it on this chart, and it's going to look just like this, except for that this number is going to be multiple times higher, many times higher. And this is what I want people to understand. That's a powerful thing to understand. And I'm just going to keep moving. I'm not going to discuss anything else, but I just want you guys to understand that. And if you guys have any questions in relation to that, please let me know so I can answer them, because that's really like the most important thing I probably have ever said on the stream. Because this is always going to be true no matter what. Okay? This line is always going to be on this chart no matter how many days pass. And this is what people have to understand. This is why I made that first video. This is what I was trying to say. And this is so much better, because if you go back to that video after hearing me explain this now, it should make much more sense. because this is always going to be true. This trend line is always going to be true, always, every day, no matter what, because that's how Hex is designed. Ethereum, not so much. That's why they've taken the approach to mimic what Richard has done. It's not a coincidence. Okay, so I just want to say that. Spread this far and wide. Very important. Hex post big payday, my favorite chart. We have the first halving, second halving, third halvings of Bitcoin, orange, blue, green, respectively. Hex post big payday is a magenta line, and as we can see here, we're currently behind by 74% from the first halving, ahead of the second halving by 173%, and behind and ahead of the third halving by 135%. And as I always like to discuss, Hex got all of its inflation out the way in one shot. So what we're now going to see is the effects of that in real time. I hope you guys just enjoy the ride, because this is really my favorite chart, because it's going to really kick every hater's ass. Like ass, right? Like think about a foot up in their ass. That's what this chart is about to do. And people don't understand that. This chart was just at 360% yesterday. And it's only now at 300%. So what do you think that next move is going to be? Because you can't sell the fuck out of it anymore. I think the price action has shown us that. So full speed ahead, Captain. It's going to be a nice ride. T-shares versus Ethereum and T-shares versus Bitcoin. A little pullback here, of course, because we moved a little too far too fast. And that happens when you go vertical, right? It's going to happen. So now we're just going to pull back, revalue, and hopefully we don't go below 13% in terms of T-share to Ethereum, which is a pink line, and Bitcoin to, or T-shares to Bitcoin. It looks like we'll probably be okay if we don't surpass the 30% level going down. So that's kind of the big picture here. Hex is still, well, the T-shares are still doing what they're supposed to do by holding value, right? And that's how Hex was designed. And this is why I like to show this chart, because it shows you what the T-shares are really doing versus Bitcoin versus Ethereum in real time, right? It's not a conversation. It's not a guess. This is what's actually going on. Hex is not a scam. Hex is actually performing just fine, and it's coming for your lunch. So have a good day. And now we have the Hex payout index return metrics. We have the payout per T-share index in yellow. We have the payout per T-share sum index in the slightly dull pink line, and we have the daily payout index in this magenta color here. Daily payout index is currently reading 11,435% rounding up. Payout per T-share index is currently reading 519% rounding up, and the payout per T-share sum index is currently reading a whopping 156,604% rounding down. Now, I like to explain this one the most because it's really the one that matters the most, because it's what is personal to everybody. And I'm going to explain why shortly. So the payout per T-share sum index is the quantity of Hex every staker with at least one T-share has received since inception. So the longer you're holding, the more you're making. 45-degree angles are a hell of a thing. They're not really common. Enjoy the ride. And if you don't understand what I was talking about earlier with respect to how Hex is going to ultimately be worth more, oh, I have an idea. You know what? I got a gift for you. I got a surprise for you guys. I'm going to unveil it next week. Oh, yeah. You guys are going to get this one. Yes, nice. It just occurred to me as I was talking about it. So here we have the total T-shares, and as I detailed earlier, 11,050,000 now. Yesterday it was 11,044,000. So it's ticking up, meaning people are entering the system, right? So are we gonna reach that maximum level? Like if we hit that maximum level of total T-shares, what's gonna happen to price? Right? What's going to happen to daily payout? What's going to happen to the payout per T-share? These are all things that are tied to the way Hex works, right? And that's what we're going to come to see in the near future when price reacts to this reality. Like, this is very important because we all know there's a limited number of T shares available, right? So that means that once we hit that wall, only something else can react to that, i.e. price. All right, here we have the T-share rate, which is the yellow line, and the APY, which is the magenta line. APY is currently at 37.35% with respect to yesterday's payout. The T-share rate is currently at 17,259 with respect to the Hex US dollar value, because what I'm doing here is I'm capturing this valuation in real time. So that means that if you buy Hex and stake Hex now, you're overpaying a little bit. That's what that means. That's why I like to look at this line like this and not just in the T-share rate sense. When you buy does matter, even if you do get compensated in the long term. What can I say? I'm a greedy fucker. Sue me. All right. We have the payout per T-share sum line, and then we have the Hex index. The Hex index is showing a return as earlier of 7,138% rounding up, and the payout per T-share sum, meaning every Hex paid out per T-share to anyone that is staked since inception, is currently at 1,727 Hex per T-share. That's crazy. You're not doing anything for that Hex.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a game. It's not a game. It's real money, guys. Now we have the Hex stock to flow tracker. And what we're showing here is the T-share rate in yellow versus 10,000 Hex, the dollar cost of 10,000 Hex versus the T-shares in dollar form. Now the T-share rate, the T-share in dollar form is the Hex price, or let me rephrase this. It's the 10,000. It's the cost of 10,000 Hex divided by the T-share rate. That's what this T-share value actually is. So when this number goes up more than this number, that does things, right? This is why the repricing of the T-share rate causes things to happen, right? T-shares going up are dragging this, and this is going up every day regardless. This is really like a constant. That's not a constant. It's a funny thing to explain, but that's what it really is. But this is the variable, right? And this variable is really dependent on this, even if it is dependent on these two. So it's kind of the way the system keeps itself honest, right? Because you can't hack one thing in order to manipulate something else. And if you watch Dev Kyle's videos, now that I'm talking about this, I'm starting to understand exactly what he was saying, because he's the creator of this. He's the guy that came up with the T-share rate. So when you have such an intricate understanding of something to the level that he does, when he explains it, it's a microscopic understanding. So it takes time for somebody else on the outside looking in to really reach that full level of understanding. And now as I explain this, is that I'm really getting it. Right? Like the T-share dollar value is the cost of 10,000 Hex divided by the T-share rate. Like if you take this number and divide it by that, or well, 1.6, all right, so this T-share rate is per Hex rate. The T-share rate is actually 1.72. So I'm going to have to change this because that's not mathematically accurate. You're going to get a number that's not correct. So sorry about that. I'll make that change, no doubt. But point is 1.725904 is a number you would be dividing by here, and that would definitely give you a bigger value than this, right? Because it's a number greater than 1. You're not dividing by a smaller number, you're dividing by a bigger number. So it's automatically going to just multiply by that value moving forward, right? It's just like a simple interest rate calculation. It's going to give you what that return is going to be in the future based on that simple 1.7, right? And that's what that is. I hope that wasn't too off the rails. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. All right. So expiring shares all time. This was 6 days ago. And as I like to always detail, if you're looking at this, try to zoom it in as much as possible, because what you're seeing along this scaling here is you'll have certain plots that are more bolder in terms of color than others, meaning the white isn't as prominent and the pink is instead, right? And that happens right now. It looks like from now until September 2021, we're going to have a lot of inflation running through the system. So, you know, enjoy the show. It's going to be fireworks. And again, in 24 through 25, August, looks like June 24, 2024 through August 2025, as of now, seems to be the same, or as of 3/23, seems to be the same case. And if you look at this chart again, May 2028 through August 2029, right? But then when we look at this, we see that this is really the whopper, right? This is what's going to cause Hex to go who knows where, because a lot of stakes are, since inception of Hex, maxed out at the 10-year mark, because that's, from people's understanding at the time, the most you can make. But people didn't understand that the system would continue to function even after that point in time in such a way that it would still pay you, right? And now that so many people are going to leave the system at this time, anybody that's staked out further than here is automatically getting everything that they relinquished. And this is what people have to understand. This is a share pool, right? So if you're not in the pool, you're not enjoying any of the benefits within that pool. And this is what's important to understand, because now we're going to go and look forward 6 days later to literally this morning, right before this stream, I was making these charts, or updating this one specific chart. Because with this chart, I can get real-time data from Hex Vision. You know, Stefan Firebun don't play. So that's where I go for the most direct information, for the most relevant data-centric items like the expiring shares. So when we're looking at this now, we see that before, the hottest was right here at the beginning of the timeline, 2021, this year. But now, recently, we have new entrants coming in. And this is what this chart is showing, because these are the latest batch, right? 2022, 2023. Now we have new entrants staking out here, right? And as you can see, the magnitude has changed. It's slight and it's subtle, but this chart is showing you the change over time, right? And now if you look here, what this chart is showing you here from 23 to 29th is that the change in this area is more prominent in this specific time frame, the first half of 2025, right? Versus before, where it was almost all of 2025, including some of 2024. So over time, you're going to be able to see with these charts how people are choosing to stake, what their preferred duration is, right? How can you position yourself to end stakes around that so that you benefit the most? Maybe you want to have some stakes come out prior to 2024-5, and maybe you think like, okay, well, there's a nice gap here, 2026. We have all of this inflation exiting the system here, right? Why not just start my stake there for a calendar point in time, right? For your staking ladder. People love to do staking ladders, right? There's many points in time in which you can select based on this data, right, over time, right? Because when you stake out that long, you're making that claim for that reward on that day, and you're always going to be first. So you're going to be the biggest benefactor from that, for that point in time. But once you leave, you're done. And that's why staking the max is so cool and so important, because once you lose that, you have to buy back in, and you don't know what that price is going to really be at that point in time. And that's why it's important to understand the dynamism in the system, right? Because it's really something that it's hard. Like, it's not easy to get. And that's why these streams sometimes run 6-7 hours. It's not by coincidence. It's because this shit is hard. It's so hard because it's so simple, right? But if you don't have it in front of you, it's hard to see. And that's why the charts are so important. Look at 2030, right? Like 2030 grew kind of a lot, right? And that's a 10-year mark from today, right? And if you're looking at the change in this chart from one point in time to the other, right, on a static sense, you see that 6 days ago, the beginning of this chart was not as big as it is now. So we're getting a lot more short stakes now than we were a week ago, basically. And you guys know what that means. Because if price goes up fast and those T-shares get repriced, that cost is going to be higher, that much higher from that point in time, right? Thereby making the Hex rate much more expensive, thereby giving Hex much more value. It's a beautiful thing. So it's going to be a fun ride, and this chart is really highlighting the what's the best way to put this? Really the pulse points, right? Because anytime, or the pivot points, anytime the T-share rate runs into this wall, it has to work through it. It has to hash it out, basically, right? Because that's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of the T-share rate, is to hash out the inflation in the system and adjust accordingly. So anytime the T-share rate runs into this, think of it as like a ricocheting effect, right? The T-share rate is going to run into this, ratchet up, run into this, ratchet up some more, run into this, ratchet up even further, run into that, ratchet up even further, and that's just what it's going to be over time. And that's why when you look at the cumulative sum of expiring shares, I haven't shown anything like that, but you can see it on the Hex.Vision chart when you look at it, right, over time. Maybe we'll look at that after this. It looks just like that. It's a stair-step chart, but it's in fact, let me go back. It looks just like this. And if you guys remember what that staker vision, or what the stake, if you guys remember what the cumulative ending shares look like over time on that chart, it looks just like this. It really does. And I'm going to pull that chart up because this is when I noticed it a while back. And we'll go over it at the end of this just so people get a full understanding of what it is I'm trying to say. So I don't leave anybody in the dark. Give me a second. Let's get back to the expiring shares chart. So yeah, so as you guys see, people are using the system. They're adopting, right? We're getting growth. We're getting change in long-term duration as well, not just short stakes. And this is what I want people to see, right? Because we're all going to benefit from this. And the longer you're staked, the more you're going to benefit from it. And that's why it's so important to understand the importance of the T-share rate, how it works, how the daily payouts work, how you get paid, how you benefit from being in the system as long as possible, right? You don't have to have all your stakes 4x5, but you definitely got to have at least one. That's a must, because that's going to take care of you in a way that you can't even imagine, because I still can't imagine it, because we don't know what the future holds. And that's what's so important to understand, because right now is the base case. It's only going up from here. And that's why this chart is so daggone important. So important, right? Like, this is why I made that first video. The longer you're in something, the more sure you're going to be of ending up here. That's a powerful statement with a powerful picture to back it up. Because it's really about that power law. It really, really is. It really, really is. And this is why these streams run so long, because there's so many ways to help explain this information, and it's important for everybody to understand, you know. Correlation charts, Ethereum versus Hex and Bitcoin, right? And this is what I was talking about earlier, and Uncle Kevin could probably hop in here and join me on the team tag on this. But when you're looking at the Hex returns on the X-axis versus Ethereum on the Y-axis, and then Bitcoin on the Y-axis, you see the same thing. You see Hex primarily on the right side of the zero line, which is what people care about, not really on the left side, which is what people don't want to see. Whereas Ethereum is on the Y-axis, and on the zero, you see it on the right side, or on the positive side for sure, but you see it a lot on the downside too. And that's not a positive point of view. And it's the same image for Bitcoin versus Hex. You have Hex mostly on the positive side of the return scale, not really on the negative side, whereas Bitcoin, it's all over the place, right? I mean, this doesn't instill confidence in big money, and this is the whole point I'm trying to drive at, right? This does, because they see that the risk profile is limited. And that's what people want to see. They don't want to see all this variation. They want to see this tight-knit group of returns. That's what they really want to see. Because you can't find this anywhere. That's why the T-share rate is so gangster. Because it essentially gives you that. And it's code. Immutable code. It's a beautiful thing. Right? So this is crazy. Like, understanding that is crazy. It's a crazy thing because this just doesn't exist anywhere on the planet. Right? Like, it's wild, man.
Yeah.
This is
Right
wild.
on.
And I love to talk about this the most because people want to talk about, institutions, but they have to understand how institutions think, you know?
Mm.
Institutions look at what actually performs, and not only what actually performs, but how it performs. So if you think Grayscale isn't doing this, you're wrong. Because you got to ask yourself, well, what are they actually buying, right? A lot of the times they're buying shit just for show. Because again, they don't actually hold those assets. They're buying it for other people. Don't forget that.
Grayscale. Yeah.
Right? They're buying it for other people. They're not buying it for themselves. So understand that when you see them go out and buy Dogecoin, for example, or whatever crap that they buy. I don't know, Chainlink. I don't know. Whatever it is that they're buying. I really don't know. I know they own Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe Litecoin. I really don't know whatever else they own. But I know they do own some bullshit. Oh, I know they own Monero. I know that. That's not bullshit, but it's not Hex, right? So my point is you have coins with real value propositions and then you have coins that don't have it. When they sit here and they break this shit down and they look at this, they're gonna fucking stop everything. I promise you. They're not gonna look any further. And if they do, I don't know what to tell you, but they need help. But by the time, and the funny thing is, the only reason I did this chart because El Hexadente asked me to. I never even intended to do this shit. So I'm glad he did because otherwise, I can show this chart to anybody on Wall Street and they're going to be like, sign me up. Promise you.
Yeah.
Fact, not opinion. That's assuming they know what they're looking at, right? Payout per T-share. Pink line, payout per T-share, and then the orange line is the dollar value of Hex, and this is the payout per T-share in dollar terms, and the adjusted Hex in dollar terms is the summation of both. I tried to get this in order, and it's like impossible, apparently. It's really stupid, but Excel, what are you going to do? So the Hex price when I recorded this was 1.55 cents. Right now we're at 1.531. So not a big deal, a little lower. We'll probably come back down to this 1.3, 1.4 range, or I don't know, maybe 1.2 it is. I can't remember. Something like that. And then probably just bounce off of there, maybe chop around there, whatever. Something like that. But it's definitely going to hold this slope, right, where we can be assured of that because I already showed you guys in that first chart that that's how it works. The dollar value for the payout per T-share is at basically 9 cents, giving us an adjusted Hex price of 10.4 cents. While it's trading at 1.5. How about that? Now, this is something I wanted to highlight because it actually went up in a decent fashion over two time periods. Now, why did that happen? That happened because the payout per T-share went down. Right? It went down in Hex terms. So this went up. Right? Because that's how it works. When the payout per T-share decreases, it means the dollar value of Hex is going up, thereby increasing the price to earnings ratio, right? Because that's how it works. Everything is relying on everything else because this is really a closed system, but it functions how it functions. And the game theory is there to keep you honest, right? So if the payout per T-share is going down, that means the dollar value is going up by default because it's a balancing act, right? And that's what I love to highlight. Now, 5.51 times, not percent. This is 551%, not 5.51%. The S&P 500 price to earnings ratio, right? So 5.51 means it's 551%. Now, what I want to go back and do real quick is show you guys the effect of the cumulative shares over time on the T-share rate without having to look at the T-share rate with respect to the power law, because that's exactly what it's mimicking. And this is how it mimics the compounding effect. And this is how the return streams that we're going to experience are going to mimic the same thing. So give me a second. Let me pull up a web page here just to show this. Give me a second. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Here's that bad boy right there. So, as I was just stating, right? You basically, if you can, I don't know if I can hide this. I really don't want to hide the bars, but let me see if I can. I don't think I can. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would have to be prepared to mess with this. So I'm not going to, but the whole point is I want you guys to see the cumulative expiring shares, right? This backdrop. This backdrop is what the T-share rate is going to mimic at this present point in time, moving forward, because the T-shares are going to function, i.e. move, in relation to the quantity of expiring shares at each respective point in time across the curve. Because what's hard to understand about all of this is that all of this happens across time. So you can't think about it linearly. You have to think about it in a 2D way at a minimum, because it's really 3D, but 2D at a minimum, understanding that time is a factor, right? Because people just look at things as they are, not taking time into account. So look at what you're looking at, but also take time into consideration, right? Because as time passes, this is what's going to be true, right? And with that, we have to understand that this is the exact same thing that we're looking at here. Do you guys see that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is all I've been trying to say. Price is going to mimic this by default because it has to. Because the T-share rate does what? Drags that bad boy with it. Hold on, we're getting there. And you know what? I'll harp on this chart right above it. But as you guys can see, the T-share rate drags the price up with it. Cumulative shares, they're going up. T-share rate is going to go up with that. And with that, the hex price is going to go up by default because you're going to need more hex, more dollar value for this 10,000 hex to purchase that T-share rate. And that's what's important to understand. Because you can't get anything from the T-share rate unless you can meet this cost of 10,000 hex to cover it accordingly. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Because the cost of 10,000 hex is always going to go up. Over time, it will always go up. So the T-share rate is also going to go up every day, no matter what. The only variation in that is going to be dependent on the number of shares expiring on each respective day. Is that clearer now? Because this only moves in conjunction with this, right? This is why this big payday, or all right, this big payday isn't showing here, sorry. But if you go back and you pull up big payday, it's going to be pretty big. It's going to be bigger than this. And that caused this in 1, 2, 3 days. That's a huge move, and I don't know if we're ever going to see that again.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, maybe after April, because apparently there's a ton of hex expiring then, but I don't know. I don't know if it's really going to affect it in a way that it will be significant, because it'll matter when those stakes started, not so much that they're just ending. You understand? So that also plays a factor, because clearly there's short-term stakes. So given that they're short-term stakes, the only effect that they can have in reality is just the effect of bigger, not longer, right? Because the T-share rate, or the bonus scale for the T-share rate, is a function of longer pays better and bigger pays better. So if you're not meeting one of the requirements, you can only get compensated for the other one, not both, right? So it's important to understand that, because that's what everybody was missing when that big stake was coming out with respect to the T-share rate and how it was going to move. Because even I misunderstood it, but Patrick cleared it up for all of us, aka Hexline from Crypto Sparkbug. He cleared it up for all of us, and he explained it to me in detail, and that's how I came to understand. Like, oh, okay, because everybody understands this, but when they're not taking time into consideration, they miss it, right? And this is why I'm going over this, because like I explained, before, this chart, now I feel like I have to switch all these charts around, because it's important to understand that this line is always going to be true, right? So you can pick up this line, walk away, come back 15 years later. If you stay to 15 years, you're going to be at the end of this line. And this isn't going to change. This is always going to be true. The only thing that's going to change is that this is going to be higher. Now, how amazing is that?
It's awesome.
I really want you guys to think about that, because that is going to help you understand why you need to have at least one 4x5 stake.
Yeah.
15 years. Look at where Bitcoin is right now. It's only 12 years old. And it has literally zero economic value, except for that people know it's going to go up in price, therefore they buy it. But it's not designed to do that. So when you have a small group of people come, and you guys see how Hex moves when it goes up, it's lightning fast. It's scary fast. Like, seriously. Any profession, anybody that's been in capital markets more than 5 minutes will agree. Guarantee you, it's lightning fast. When it moves, and there's no coming back. And the T-shares ensure that, right? This is what's important to understand, that T-share rate. This is why I want people to understand that this is always going to be what it's going to be. This is always going to be tied to that. So all you have to do, grab this line that's always going to be true.
Is that breaking?
Oh, it's like
I think it is. Can someone confirm that?
Wait. What? Oh.
Breaking
Hold
news.
on. Let me go to my Twitter.
Richard just announced it.
I'm looking for the tweet.
Oh, there it is.
Live.
Let me go on the Telegram.
Yeah, pulsechain.com.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't find it. What the hell is it?
Pulsechain.com. Yep.
Yeah, I got it. This one?
Pulsechain.com.
I'm surprised it's not in Hex in the Hex News chat on Telegram, or am I just blind?
Yeah. No, he just posted it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Damn. All right, I am blind as fuck. Sorry, guys. I got the link right in my face.
Right.
I was staring dead at it, and I just wasn't seeing it.
Yeah. What? He hasn't bought it yet? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I clicked on the link. You say you may buy it, but it doesn't mean
Nah.
You can buy it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's.
You know what? I got a shit ton of domain names. I should send them a screenshot. Let them pick.
He's probably bought it. Yeah, he's probably bought it. He's bought it.
I clicked on the link to see if it loads. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of what I had to say. I just want you guys to understand.
Pulse chain. We could click that pulse.
Yeah. Speaking about the Bitcoin price, I mean, for people to, look at when supposedly Tesla or Elon bought the $1 million worth, it probably moved anything at all for Bitcoin. So people talking about $10 million Bitcoin or $1 million Bitcoin, they have to put several $billion in it to even move it anywhere
move it
near
like
that.
that.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
it's going to take a long time.
We only need what, 8 million to 10x, I think. What was that? What was that table again?
Was it 8 million or 19 million to a dollar?
Hold on, I've got to look for. I think I've got it in somewhere. Got it in Hex.
I got a little bit of more good news.
Let's hear it.
That coin market, that coin ranking site, she just DM'd me. She says here, just reached out to Nomics directly to have my exchange market cap site A+ Nomics verified. So fingers crossed that's able to happen, because it would help in eliminating the disinformation surrounding Hex.
Nice.
So there you go, guys. Togo, all the Hexicans out there that were
Shout out to Togo,
these
man.
other coin ranking
Shout out
sites,
to Togo,
the replies, it's working.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Shout out to Togo. He lined that one up perfectly, actually. I saw that exchange.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Togo.
Yep.
Gotta give credit where it's due, guys, at all times.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Ooh, we just had a nice sale go through. Thank you. So excited. I love Hex, man. You guys don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Spot on. Well done.
So, guys, I really want you guys to like think about what I told you guys today, because it's so real. That power line, man, that's never going to change. Okay. Hex will always function like that. It will always have that formation. Right. And this is what I was trying to explain every time I talk about why the Hex returns stop at where they stop. Right. Those are power values. That's always going to be how it functions. All you have to do is chill and live your life. Seriously. Easiest thing you will ever do is own Hex.
Yep. Yeah. All that.
I know it's insane, but it's true.
Yeah. Great point.
All that drama with QuickSwap and L2 and all that. All that was for nothing. All that was for nothing.
Correct.
You just take Hex and just forget about it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what turned me off from it. When I saw that I couldn't do what I needed to do, I was like, I don't need to use this then.
Yeah,
it was. I appreciated what Brennan did, because he went out of his way, took his time. He did what he had to do. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, of course.
He helped everybody out with that effort, because everybody wanted to buy. And he found an avenue for us. You know what I'm saying? So much respect. Shout out. Yeah. I respect dude immensely.
Yeah.
And we've had our spats. I respect dude immensely.
Sure. What happened in the end wasn't his fault.
No,
it
exactly.
Was totally out of
he
his
didn't
hands,
tell QuickSwap to fuck us. No.
Yeah. Too bad. Yeah.
For real. Yeah, it's all good, brother.
Guy.
Yeah.
Right on, Brennan.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Much respect, man.
Yeah, respect.
Yep, he did his best.
Yeah.
Respect, man.
Yeah.
Much respect.
Much respect to him for his efforts.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever he wants, and everybody appreciated it at the time, for sure. So, yeah, for sure. Because I definitely try. I want to use it. A lot of people want to use it, but I just didn't like, the optionality there. Yeah, I didn't like the optionality, so I didn't go through all the way, and that was all. But it was something that I was willing to use for sure. But when I realized you can stake and all of that, I was like, it's fine. I don't need it. I can wait. That's all. No biggie.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
But yeah, guys, we just gotta keep plugging away.
Hard work is,
we gotta just keep plugging away. We all do what we do to support each other, and that's just another function of that.
Yeah.
I think all we gotta do is keep doing what we're doing because we're doing just fine. Like you have to remember, Hex is outperforming the world, and it's only a year old. It's a beautiful thing. We just gotta sit back and enjoy the ride, man. I mean, I'm only 36.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even be talking this much. We got two guys here that are older than me. They could tell you better than I can. They could tell you better than I can.
Not as
Are you
old as
saying-
RG.
Who's that? Vince in middle class?
Are you saying?
Of course. I'm not talking about Crypto King and Kevin. Let's be for real. I'm talking about Vince middle class.
No, I was about to say. Is it being a broken record? Is that a function of age? So as you age, you just go in a loop.
Yes. I feel like a broken record, dude, every time I talk.
Come on, son.
Come on. Yo, seriously, because I've been talking about the same things for like 30
You ain't
years.
old,
And I'm only
son.
36.
Yeah, you ain't old, son.
What the fuck, man? People just asleep at the wheel. It's crazy.
But your charts are gonna go down in Hex history, brother.
I hope so.
Your charts are
I
gonna
don't
go
even
down
go
in
down in
history
history,
as
but I hope
you know,
those charts are.
20 years from now, people are gonna be looking at your charts like, remember this guy?
Yeah, that's fine with me. As long as they don't know my name, I'm good.
Right on.
Yo, did you guys see what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shit.
That would be like
Holy
the ultimate troll.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Flat fee, 14 pulses, bitches. Get to work.
Like the message
Oh my god!
on the first
That
transaction,
is
the first block
serious.
that is getting mined.
Oh
It's
god.
gonna be
so
40.
funny.
40.
It's going to be like 14
So-
pulses or nothing or something like that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And each pulse is
No,
worth
they,
X.
they won't be called confirmations. They'll be called pulses. Okay. So,
Oh, wow.
Oh man,
That's not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
that's
I
actually
said
true.
that first.
RG3 has some pretty
I
amazing
said that.
rants.
Shout out to RG3.
Yeah, shout out to the captain.
RG. Shout out to the
Shout out to the captain.
Mhm.
It's my sparring partner there. Love him, man. He's so hardcore. Love that shit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have 14 node validators, right?
That'd be way too little. So hang on, it's Balaji saying 14 pulses to send the confirm. So hang on. Are you saying the block time is once every second because no one's going to wait 14?
Oh,
Oh Jesus!
Oh my god. Oh man, I love Hexicans, man. Seriously,
Man,
we
this
do have
is
the best community, guys. We have the
Nothing
best
like
community.
Hexicans.
Yeah.
one pulse chump.
One pulse.
Don't be a one post chump. Oh
Oh,
my
no.
god, that was fun.
Marco. Yo,
Hey, man. It's fun.
Love you guys, man. It's gonna be a fun ride. It's gonna be a
Oh,
very
man,
fun
sure.
ride.
Both
That'd be great.
On the pulse chain, baby. Fun ride on the pulse chain.
I can
Oh,
see.
Oh
so
my
good.
god.
thanks,
Like,
Richard,
imagine-
for announcing the
Yeah.
the pulse chain on the HexAsians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
for
get-
sure.
You're gonna get a pulse.
Perfect
pulse
timing,
explorer.
right?
You're gonna get a
Yeah,
pulse
big timing.
explorer.
A pulse explorer. And you can't use. Don't use your two
So that
fingers.
means he's in Asia.
Oh my god.
Don't use your two fingers.
When you just put finger.
Oh man, love
yeah.
it, love it, love it, love it.
Now, when you
Seriously.
think about it, like, you know, if historians were to, go through the whole thing and, well, Hex being Hex, and then they'll go, oh, where did pulses came from? And then that's a story in and of itself, right?
Oh
Like,
my god, can you imagine? That's gonna be so crazy.
oh, look at this.
Okay. This tweet. Okay.
That's right.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my god, I love it.
That's
I love it.
right.
I love it.
That's
Oh
right.
man. Hexicans are the best, man. Even the knucklehead ones. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's so crazy. So let me share a tweet that I put earlier. I think you guys are gonna kick out of it. Let me put it in the chat. So
Sure.
just take a look, middleman. If you think it's funny to share, go on ahead. If not,
Yeah.
that's cool too, brother.
I
I
will.
think you guys are gonna kick out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Was that?
Hold on. I'll put it up.
Snap.
Oh,
That is so.
that
That's fucking awesome.
Right?
That says it all, man.
It
Oh,
really
yeah.
does, man. It
Fucking
really,
blocked.
really does.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like, I gotta post this.
Yeah, oh
Gotta
yeah,
post
oh
this.
yeah.
It's
Oh, that
amazing.
is great.
It's amazing.
the skyrocketing
The Suez.
gas prices are yeah. The expensive gas prices are clogging
Yeah.
up everything, you know.
The ETH Canal.
It should
The
have
East Canal.
CZ as the captain of that ship.
Oh yeah.
You're right. You're right. Gonna
And
have
then
to
when it
change
all
that
stops,
image.
it goes, your fun is all safe.
Oh,
Funds are
man,
safe.
that is funny.
March 2021. Okay, that tweet is going into the Hex history book.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Good point, JFK. Good
Oh,
point.
you run that, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know we were gonna be posted. That's true.
Yeah,
Censor
the-
now.
let
I feel like
let the pulse jokes begin. Dude, shipping.
you're in shipping.
Hilarious. Damn, life is good.
Vitalik.
Almost feels like
Yeah.
Richard is trolling us with that name.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like everybody knew.
Yeah.
It's like everybody knew it was going to be post chain. It's beautiful. And we all are going to know the inside joke, and all the new people aren't. That's
Yeah.
the cool thing, right? Because we're all early adopters. We were all here first. No matter how late you showed up before Big Payday, you were still here first. Your stake to claim, right,
That is
is going to go down in history, man. And people don't understand that because they need to learn how to think forward. That's the hardest thing for a human to do. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's something we have to learn. In order to be successful, we have to be forward thinking. No doubt about it.
Yep.
That's why we all follow Richard. Not a coincidence.
that is right.
Not a coincidence, guys. And here's the thing. We're not even really following him, right? Because all we're doing is hearing him. He's teaching us, and then we're learning from what he's teaching us. So it's not like we're really even followers, because that's not really true. Because every Hexican does have their own frame of mind, and I don't agree with him on everything. So I can't obviously be a follower, right? We don't all agree on everything, so we clearly don't all follow each other. But we will agree on certain things. And the majority of those things are the most important things to agree on. And I think that's what sets us apart. Give me a second, guys.
Hell yeah.
I didn't get that. What instead of Gwei? Biology, can you explain? Or does anyone know? What instead of Gwei?
Wow.
WAP.
Why what?
Biology is being naughty. If that's what I think it is.
Oh, is that what it? Oh, I'm not gonna say. It.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say. Okay.
Cardi B song.
Okay.
Play the video. Let's watch the video.
No, you joking, right?
I don't know anything about that.
There we go. Nah, brilliant. Take a short break, you guys. I'll just put something on, go grab a drink or something. You guys still want to hang out? You still want to be here?
I don't mind. I mean, I think we could keep talking about pulse chains
I'm
all
good.
day long. So,
All right. Let's hang. All right, let's do an intermission. Let's do that.
cool, no problem.
This is the story of Anal Farmer 2, the Wall Street Bets poster who YOLO'd his way to $700,000 in 3 weeks and YOLO'd it all back. I'm sure many people are wondering if this is a real story, and after digging through his Reddit posts, I think it's safe to say this is really somebody who sees money as just paper. In July 2019, he had around $100,000 in his Robinhood account. He used the money to buy short-term expiry calls on a company called Align Technologies. This is an extraordinarily risky move, but it goes well. A day later, he bags $190,000 profit. Being this fortunate with stakes this high is probably where most people would stop, but not Anal Farmer 2. 2 days go by and he's ready to make another stupidly risky trade. The market went up yesterday, so he bets it will go down the next day. He then YOLOs $170K on 0-day expiry SPY puts. After setting up this risky play, it just so happens that a rogue tweet from Donald Trump announces a new wave of Chinese tariffs and causes the market to nosedive. Anal Farmer 2 bags another $300,000. So with his account worth around $700,000, you're probably thinking this is a great place to stop and enjoy those earnings. But Anal Farmer 2 is not like you and I. You see, he's a retard mastermind, and this new zigzag investment strategy must be an untapped gold mine. He put $600,000 of the profit he just made into another round of 0-day expiry option calls for tomorrow and goes to bed. But when he wakes up, the market is down again and he's lost $500,000. He sells the calls for $100,000, leaving about $200 in his account. Fast forward a week and he's lost another $160,000, making his account worth about $40,000. But Anal Farmer 2 isn't done just yet. One final YOLO with the remaining $40,000. He spots an August 14th earnings report for Canopy Growth Corporation and decides to put the entirety of his account on calls for it. He goes to bed. He wakes up and it's August 13th, one day before earnings. Anal Farmer 2 is currently up $8K and feeling good. He goes to bed and wakes up the next day to find that Canopy Growth, the world's largest pot company, lost $1 billion in 3 weeks and the stock has fallen 10%. The last we've heard from Anal Farmer 2 is this post. My final YOLO, 40K into CGC calls expiring next week. Sadly, he lost the rest of his account. Thanks for letting me try something new on this channel. This is my real voice, by the way. Let me know if you like it in the comments and...
I said wake up! Get your ass up!
$6 for a roll of toilet paper? Back in my day, it was $3.
We are printing $25 billion a day.
We believe that achieving inflation that averages 2% over time will enhance our ability to meet both our employment and inflation objectives.
The velocity of the cash we printed is declining.
We expect to maintain an accommodative stance of monetary policy until these outcomes, including maximum employment, are achieved.
Good thinking. Maybe if we ignore the problem, it will go away.
$60,000 for a roll of toilet paper? Back in my day, toilet paper was $30,000.
We're back.
Good stuff.
Hey, did it lag out for you guys?
Boom.
Did you get pixelation?
Yeah, I did.
It's a little smeared at times. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There's not much I can do about it. It's just the second screen. I might just have a play with restream. I think. Yeah, I'm not 100%.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good.
Both condoms to a store near you.
Oh, man.
You know what? Man. Actually, talking about condoms, we should probably get the ones with the hexagon shaped ones.
Yeah, I saw those on the Twitter.
And it's got 369 on it. That would be perfect.
Oh man, it's so funny.
Speaking of condoms.
Okay.
Oh no.
No. It's. Hold on. Okay, this one.
It's going to be expensive shit. It will cost so much that you can't be bothered taking a shit, right? Or you're going to just go grab a leaf.
That's funny.
Oh man. Actually.
Okay.
What is it? Show me.
So speaking of condoms. You guys see that?
Oh, like what?
So
flavor. Oh, the fruit.
So they came out with the three Asian flavors. So like the one on the left is a durian flavored one. And the one in the middle is a chendol, which it's a dessert, you know. And the one on the right is a coconut sherbet flavor. So
amazing, just in time.
Oh man.
Yeah, we think it's
limited edition.
Probably April Fool's one. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, back to Pulse.
Super funny. Super funny. Related though, right? It's okay.
Yeah. Toilet paper. This exquisite toilet paper sold out.
Do you guys actually know why those toilet papers got sold out?
What you mean?
Supply. It's logistics that was manipulated.
When
no,
COVID started?
Not just that. Like, yeah, well, you know, like people are rushing to get
when people are hoarding it.
Like, what the fuck for?
I don't know.
I don't know the logic behind that at all.
People were hoarding rice. You know. Yeah.
And
rice makes sense, but toilet paper, what the hell?
I don't know. Rice you can eat, but toilet paper, what? Why? You know.
But from what I heard,
I didn't get it either. I mean,
I don't know.
What I heard originally was because someone reckoned there's a shortage of paper, like paper and supply in general. So, like, you know, you need your papers for your mask and your disposables. So some bright spark just went, oh, maybe I can just put tissue over my face. That will do.
Yeah, toilet paper.
Yeah.
That's literally what they did too.
Yeah.
Well, exactly right. So
I mean, yeah. People are stupid. So
Nate, how are you, mate?
Hey, Nate.
Ain't it?
Woke up with a whole new post.
What up, Nate?
What's up?
That reminds me. What is this?
So they
From
thought,
Nah.
yeah, so probably they thought COVID, COVID was a kind of diarrhea, something.
Jesus.
Good to know. Interesting.
Midnight. 信じられない。
Wait, I'll show you what I bought. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right.
He's got Bitcoin toilet paper or something.
Yeah, probably knowing crypto kings.
Yeah.
No, actually, here you go.
Tone-based.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I went and bought these coin toys.
Oh.
There's 500. There's 500. There's 500 wipes in here. So you could go to. I literally have 1,000. 1,000.
What
These
am I looking at?
Coin tissue. Coin tissue.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
type
take
in a coin and then
what the?
You just put I think it's like a tablespoon of water, and it expands, and it's good enough for 4 good wipes after just one of these coins.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
Oh,
Love it.
hang on.
Love it.
4 good wipes. Hang on.
So
So you're saying
there's
one wipe, but put it in my pocket and use it
You
again.
can't make this up.
There's 500 in here.
What the?
There's 500 in here.
Yeah, you can't make this up.
So that's 500 times of going to the toilet right there.
What the?
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's on Amazon.
Of course.
Yep.
Crazy.
Why not?
Where else would it be?
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yep. So I got 1,000 times to go to the toilet.
Is that the King Kobe behind you?
Yes.
Nice.
R.I.P. to Kobe, man. He was a positive force in the world.
For sure.
Absolutely.
No, well, it's late night over here in Asia, so probably best to cover your ears.
Yeah. Speaking of coins. Speaking of coins,
what is it?
Okay, no, sorry, not this one. Hold on. This one. Speaking of coins, what do you think this shop is selling?
Coin dots.
This is a chain in Singapore.
Could you zoom in at the promotion? I don't. Yeah. It looks like a hair treatment. Oh, okay.
It looks like a salon.
It's a salon.
Yes. Yeah. It's a barber shop.
Barbershop.
Look on the top. It says Acorn is now accepted. At what? Oh, Mr.
Ecoin.
Robot.
Interesting. This is the thing, guys. Like anybody could literally create their own little ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that people have to understand about the new world we're living in. Like fiat could eventually disappear for real because it's really not necessary.
Yeah.
Everybody values things how they value it. I mean, people already cross trade BTC versus whatever, ETH versus whatever, right? Why would Hex versus whatever be any different?
Literally. Yeah.
Something to think about.
So So they have their own credit, store credits. So you can buy those credits and exchange them for your haircut or your shampoo or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's
value. There you go. Same thing as giving them trash for goods and services, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
That Pulse chain, boy. Well, it's official now. I mean, there's a website that he's probably gonna end up buying.
Yeah.
He's probably bought it. He's
probably bought it. Right. He's probably bought it. You're right.
Just needs to build. Yes, probably needs to build it now. So.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an exciting time, guys. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I want to see the Pulse Explorer. Yeah, I'm more interested in that one. 14 Pulse. What's that? What's the gas price called again? A WAP. Okay. 10 WAPs. WAPs. Call it a WAP. WAP.
Yeah.
Nice. Blockchain names.
Someone's bought it.
I wonder who.
Someone's already bought it.
I wonder who.
You can do
I have a couple of ENS domain names .eth ones. These are .crypto, right? Yeah, these are .crypto.
Yeah, you can do a who is.
Yeah, you can do a search. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Who is Pulse?
Oh, I got a good website for that. Hold on. Let me hook you up.
Yeah. Nice. Give it to me.
Where is it? No, here it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we cannot see that. Yeah.
This one requires an actual login, though. You could just create like a free account, but it provides very good domain name history.
Yeah, it's spot on namecheap.com.
Yeah, no,
but
sorry.
yeah, we cannot see the. Whoa! What
the hell is this?
What? Withheld in streets.
Iceland.
Who's it?
Iceland?
Is that Iceland?
What?
Yeah, it is Iceland. It's a capital, I think.
Yeah, Reykjavik.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And yes, I am good at geography. Don't sue me. It's a rare talent these days, I hear. Knowing how to look at a map and knowing what's on a map and shit. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what's going on today. Seriously.
Client transfer prohibited. Renew period.
Because you have to approve it on Namecheap. Like the owner of the domain name has to initiate the transaction.
Yeah. Western Street, Reykjavik. Iceland.
So does this show the date on when? Let me see. Oh, 6/4. So whoever this is, looks like they just got it and they locked it up for 10 years.
10 years.
Because it's yeah, you can lock up a domain name for 10 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
So it looks like they purchased it in June 2020. In June 2024 and 2020 though.
Reykjavik.
So is that where Richard is now? Iceland? Is that our new
That's our new HQ, right?
Yeah, man. That's Reykjavik. I don't know shit about Iceland.
It's an H&M.
Me either. I know the food is a little funky. That's about it.
Really?
Well, you know.
Is that the address?
Yeah.
Is that the address?
Apparently, this is it.
It's an H&M. What the fuck?
Nah, it must be office building somewhere on the top. Look at all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there must be something there
Okay.
you don't know about. That's all.
Nice.
Actually, no. Sorry, no. I'm looking at the wrong spot. Sorry, I'm moving further and further.
No.
No. Sorry, no. This is still the building. No. This is still the building.
This one?
It's hard to tell from the outside sometimes, I think.
Yeah, it's hard. I'll go around the block.
Because it's always a fixed frame, you know? It's not like you can turn it really.
Yeah.
Unless they capture it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really get a solid view. Like, it looks like it's just an H&M store. Yeah. There has to be more there.
Yeah.
H&M stores are never that big.
Yeah.
You know?
When was this taken? Oh, 2019. Okay. So
wow, that's pretty old too.
Yeah, it's not that
Yeah,
new.
it's 3 years old.
So
can't even go in there.
Maybe they're building it with those cranes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like those Google images are a fixed frame, so it's hard to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you know, there's only so much you can really get a view on in that.
Yeah. Can't go in there. Don't worry, all good.
Well, could be.
Well, there's a phone number.
Interesting. Reykjavik. I did not expect that.
It says updated on March 26th.
Was registered on what? 2017.
Yeah.
Updated.
It was updated March 26th.
Okay, updated. So it was first registered on in 2017.
Someone else did.
So updated 3 days
someone
ago.
else. Then okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, got it.
Pulse chains, a similar domain. Pulse chain. Pulse chains. I'm just trying to think like who would be the previous owner or anyone. Well, I suppose just people being opportunistic. They just put the names on.
Yeah, it's buying.
2017 will be the peak of ICOs and whatnot. It sounds like a good name. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Makes sense. No.
Oh, 13 years? That's interesting. Because they just updated it. Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
So
3 days ago. Yeah.
3 days ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I guess
that's
confirmed. All right. Well, that's that. We already know who owns it.
JFK. I've heard of this one as well. Yeah, this one I've heard as well.
Tracking out.
Because
Jesus Christ, because it's so small. Okay, I get it.
Because I think the population is only about 200,000 people in Iceland. So it's
quality of living
likely.
is supposedly very nice, right?
Yeah. So, but if you go dating, it's a very high chance that you would meet someone that you know or who knows someone that you know.
Oh, really?
It's a very small place. Yeah, it's a very small.
What I was saying was Super Hex was saying maybe. Good point.
Sorry, what?
Oh, there probably was.
Pulse chain. 2017. Oh, was that? No.
Doesn't look right, does it?
No. Chains. Oh, Pulse TV series.
What is this?
What's that?
No, that's
There's
a show about cardiologists.
Actually,
Doctor.
I think you're looking at the wrong search window. I think if you look at in Pornhub and look up Pulse Chain, you'll find everything you need.
Are you serious?
That will be something. That would be something different, man.
Oh man, too funny, man. You guys are too funny.
Oh, you guys.
And chain. Nah.
Crap.
Oh, because this is ICO. Okay, I got it. This is ICO.
Yeah, that's ICO Pulse.
That just reminds me. ICO Pulse. Go to their homepage and see whether or not. No,
No,
they
that's-
don't. Okay, they don't do.
That's
okay,
ICO
no worries.
pulse.
Don't know.
Yeah, some people are bringing up a good point. Like it would probably be better just to call it Pulse instead of Pulse Chain because there's so many things already with the word chain in it.
Yeah, Pulse would be
know.
better, but Pulse.com probably wasn't available, so he probably went with Pulse Chain.
Yeah.
I mean the token could be called Pulse.
Yeah, the ticker could be.
Yeah, the symbol could be Pulse.
No, Pulse.com is free. I mean, like, there's nothing there.
Oh,
really?
Let me look that up.
But I don't know. I'm just saying that's the reason. That might be the reason why.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I'm sure he'll break it down one day, and we'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Well, I don't agree on many things with Richard Hart. One thing I have full confidence in is in how he will take care of this problem because when it comes to Hex, he never slacks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And that's something I think we can all agree with there.
That is right.
His baby.
Yeah, I mean, it is his baby, and he definitely treats it like it. He does not fuck around. So, just by default, he doesn't fuck around. So,
yeah, good point.
Based on that, that's why I'm really not worried about it. It is what it is. It's a positive move in my opinion because it's gonna allow Hex to stand alone, and that's how it's really gonna be able to flourish because there won't be any impediments. That's why that image, that tweet I gave you guys from earlier with that Ethereum on the bars is so critical because that's really what's going on right now, right? We're all dealing with the same situation. It's crazy because that's really what's going on.
Yeah, I like that, Franklin.
So,
Franklin, that makes sense.
Yeah, 14 pumps.
Oh, that's true. Damn. Probably why I went with Pulse, man.
Yeah.
Fucker.
There you go.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All it has to do with the body and health. That could bring in
he's all about that.
With health,
he's all about that.
Yeah.
Yep, he's all about that. I was thinking about that as soon as he said Pulse. I was like, okay, he's gonna tie it to heart somehow. I don't know how, but because a hex is actually a bunch of hearts. So
yeah, yep,
right.
This unit,
yeah, that makes sense. Now it's making real sense.
Unit, right. So fun times ahead, guys. I mean, it pays. It pays to do your research, right? And we're all gonna experience the full benefits of that. And that's what that's why I implore people to do their work. I'm talking a lot of semi-advanced concepts. I understand. I try to break it down as much as I can, but at the same time, you got to do your work. Like you got to put in some work. It's just not gonna come because I'm saying it. You know what I mean? Like it's not that simple, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I wish it was, but it's just not. Like if you really want to understand what I'm saying, right? Like it requires some effort on your part. Because I'll give you the facts, I'll give you the figures, but you got to confirm it yourself. You can't just go by what I say. Because then it's just me. What if something happens, you don't understand what's happening, then what? And that's the whole point. That's why people always say, trade your own trade. Don't trade somebody else's trade. You don't know their risk tolerance. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know why that makes sense to them. So taking all of those things into understanding is important. Into account is important because it helps you make the right decision. You know what I mean? And that's critical, especially when it comes to allocating capital because you don't want to lose any of it, right? That's the whole point. And that's really rule number one. And that's why Hex is superior because it literally encapsulates rule number one in immutable code. And rule number one is never lose money.
Yep.
Never lose your capital. That's rule number one. I mean, Warren Buffett's investing rules is simple.
Yeah.
Rule number one, never lose money. Rule number two, don't forget rule number one.
Yeah.
And we say, I mean, hey, that's what he practices what he preaches. And Hex took that concept and put it in code.
Yeah.
Immutable code. So, that's just what it is. Whoa, what site is this?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Yeah, this is a blockchain visualizer chart.
It's like the
This is cool.
the
I can't do
visualization
shit
of
like
the
this.
transaction.
Yeah,
you can see what the
this
fuck's going on
existed.
straight away, and you can see like
So,
where
like-
all the traffic's coming from. So you're
Holy
talking,
crap.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
so-
The
Uniswap
Xstreet.
and Tether.
So like like Bitcoin, you've got to wait 10 minutes for
a block
for the train to come.
Yeah.
So you see everyone's like blocked up, all backed up. You see?
This is so cool.
There we go. So this one's pulling this one's pulling the SegWit.
This is so
Oh,
cool.
oh, cool. Okay.
So you
Oh,
can see-
that's the SegWit. Oh,
that's right.
wow.
It's just attached.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
This is so cool, man.
Yeah,
We need one of these for Hex and for Pulse too.
Well, for
that'd be
Pulse.
nice.
It would be
But in
for
saying
Pulse.
that, there'll be no reason why. I mean, we shouldn't be clogged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Actually,
it's
don't
a
need
great
it.
way
Sorry.
to,
It's
it's a
nice
great
to
way
see
to
it.
visualize.
One, I don't know, one just for fun, maybe like a
No. Yeah.
bullet train or something.
A heart with a bunch of little pulses flowing through it. I don't even know how to describe it. Floating through the ventricles, right?
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool, right? Visualizing this is how a heart works. Each heart is a hex. Hex is made up of 1 million hearts, or whatever the number is. Isn't it a million? Yeah, it's a million.
Yeah.
Damn, this is
100 million.
this is cool, man.
Nah, I
Look
think
at
it's a
this
million.
one. The last
I think
two
it's a million.
trains are two grey. Like, how the hell are you gonna get ahead?
Look at how packed they are, yo. I love it.
Like, what the hell?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
This is so
Yeah, two
funny.
ways.
So
Yeah.
to be safe, I think you're gonna have to be
Wow.
115.
And there's more behind the two Gwei? Like, how is that possible?
There is. Like, I don't know. Let's find out. I'll click. Oh no, you
Three-
can't even.
300.
You can't even click on it.
No, you can't. Yeah. So who's behind two Gwei? I don't get it.
Damn. This
One way,
is cool.
way people.
Damn, this is cool, man.
What's this heart thing? What's it?
63. What's that?
No idea.
What's this? I know.
I see a little,
It's just came up, right?
I see a little terminal for crypto kitties. Huh.
Really?
Yeah, just hold down a little bit right there. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought I was seeing stuff. Okay.
Wow.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it's just different
Different D apps.
different
They just
dApps.
have
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a compound or whatever it is and a bunch of other shit.
Gnosis.
Gnosis.
Oh, this is
Flop or 1 inch.
damn. This is oddly addictive. Watching this.
Yeah.
The majority of people are putting in less than 140 Gwei, so they're all congregating down the bottom.
Mm.
And then these guys are already prepaid. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why they're waiting. And then they're getting pushed back. What? Why?
No idea.
Now, what was really funny was on the Bitcoin side, you can see passengers leaving the top block, going to the second block. Like, what?
They didn't fit anymore, huh?
Don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
How does
this
that
is
work?
crazy. I mean, I don't understand how, like,
Okay, so
wow, Bitcoin is
that
crazy.
one's-
I'm gonna like move into this chart later tonight. Like or chart site. Sorry. I'm gonna study this thing. It's so cool. This is so cool. I can't wait to get off of work now. This is crazy. I'm such a
Look,
geek,
and then
right?
where the fuck? Look, where the hell?
There's another,
where the hell
it's not
they
as
going?
cool as that. But,
Holy shit.
Look, what the hell's this line?
What's the other one? Crypto
Look
King.
at that.
I'm gonna put it. I'll put it in the Telegram.
Okay.
Bonkers.
Ah.
It's not as cool, but
Do you
it's,
do you remember do you guys remember this site called like Bitcoin Faucet or something like that. Bitcoin Leak.
Oh,
Remember that it used to show the dollar flows and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? I think that site is down. Do you guys remember like the name of that site? I've been trying to find it and I can't find it for the longest time.
I think 99 Bitcoins will have all those links. Hang on.
Oh, you know what? I have that. Where is it? I have Bitcoin statistics and metrics site. Let me see if it's on there. No, I don't think so.
Wow.
Anyway, that site used to show all the buying and selling happening all over the world. It was so cool. I used to watch it all the time. I don't think it's live anymore though. I just haven't been able to find it.
I know blockchain. I think blockchain.io or something. Was it blockchain?
Blockchain.com. I know blockchain.com. I don't know blockchain.io.
.com. They used
Yeah,
to have
blockchain.com is where you can go and
transactions.
Oh no, this I mean like it would be like a map. It would be a map, and it would show you each transaction happening and where it was happening at. That's what this specific site showed.
Wow.
Like it was really, really cool. Yeah. It was really, really cool. It was a hell of a visual because it was real time too. Like it was crazy for the time. This was like 10 years ago. Like shit was wild. 5 years ago, maybe even. Or no. Further back. It's 2021. So like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, this website was live. I don't know if it still is or not. I haven't been able to find it. So I was just asking if maybe you guys knew it or remembered it.
Oh yeah, I remember. It had the whole map and it had numbers just flowing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It had the whole world
It was
map.
like white.
And it had just numbers flowing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember? Do you happen to remember the name of
numbers
the?
They would just glide.
Yeah, they would just like float across the map or whatever. I've tried to remember the name of the site for the longest, and I haven't been able to find. Oh right, the transaction was going to. That's right, like the peer-to-peer shit, because that's what it was about back then, right? Yeah. Let me see.
You just go to bed. Like it's 3 or 2 a.m. or where you are. Go to bed.
I was in here looking. Let me give you the link. Oh, where the hell is my? What's my?
Bitnodes.io. Let me see.
Am I going crazy?
Oh yeah. Oh well, that's something similar. Bitnodes.io, but no, I don't think that's not it. But man, I do know what you're talking about, Will.
Yeah. No, that's not the name of the site. Yeah, no. I've been trying to remember for the longest time, and I can't. I just can't to save my life. And I don't think it's on this link that I just gave.
No, that's not it.
Middleman. Yeah, I know it's not in there. No. That's that link goes a bunch of other links for Bitcoin stuff, but I know it's not in here. No, it's not in here.
I found something that looks kind of similar.
I think I found. Is it like a dark toned website?
Yeah, Fiat Link is more of like a night
Fiat
mode.
Link. Yeah, that's I remember that site.
Okay.
Fiat Link. Let me go there. I haven't been there in dumb long. Wow. Yeah, I remember this site. So,
I remember that site. There it is. Fiat Leak. They must have just changed the.
You think they changed it, right? This has to be it.
Fiat
but you used to be able to see
that's
globally,
it. Fiat
though.
Leak. Yep, I remember that.
Wow.
You used to be able to see globally, though. Oh, you still can. Cool.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense though, because it's just USD and then going to.
You can change the currencies, my friend.
You can change. You can click on the.
And it shows. And it shows. Oh, you already. My bad, crypto. My bad. I didn't realize you had already given the link. But yeah, this is it. This is the site. They changed it and everything. Okay, cool. This is it.
Yeah.
Yep. This is the one.
That's it. That is it.
This is the one. Eventually, Hex will get picked up on this.
Local Bitcoin.
I mean, if there's any ERC20 tokens, probably. I don't know. Oh yeah, there are ERC20 tokens on this thing. Let's see if Hex is on here. Obviously searched. Oh, you gotta log in and register and all that. Okay. Not doing all that right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as fun. I like the old look. The old looked a little bit.
Yeah, I like the old one better. Yeah, I don't like this
it's
one.
growing so fast, but
yeah.
USD.
yeah, that is it.
USD.
Fiat leak. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if you click on, what did I click on? I clicked on something and it gave me the global map. It'll show you the same thing. What the hell? I think I just zoomed out or something or double clicked. I don't know. Try to do something. Let me see. Yeah, it'll all load, and now it should just start showing you all the currencies and all of that.
Yeah.
Try to zoom out. I don't know what the hell I clicked, but it zoomed out and showed the whole world. It wasn't just like U.S. centric flow on the chart.
Yeah.
That was it.
Seeing the.
Yeah, you could just reset it by clicking on the logo on the top left.
Is that what it was?
So
I just did nothing.
Top right.
So
Top right.
Here, does everybody remember? Does everybody remember using Pre-Ev to check the Bitcoin price?
No, I don't remember that.
Pre-Ev.
Wasn't around.
I don't remember that. I remember Liberty.
I'll put it in.
What's the name of them? Liberty Advocate or Liberty? I can't remember the name of the site. There was a site. That's where I was getting the Bitcoin prices from. And they were calculated like raw, like what the mining hash power would generate for the dollar value, like the actual equation that gives you the Bitcoin dollar value. Like that's how they would generate their prices all the way back then in like 2009. It was crazy.
Bring up that one, middle class.
Oh,
it's just a calculator.
Oh, I remember this. Okay.
Yeah, that was way back in the day.
I remember this.
Check the Bitcoin
I forgot
price.
about this, bro. I can't believe it's still. I mean, I guess what upkeep does it need, right? It doesn't really need any upkeep.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it still be up, right?
No.
Dogecoin.
Basic function.
Wow. And the site's not even secure. Perfect. Literally unsecured.
I mean, does it need to be secure? Where's it pulling this data from? I mean, I think that would be the biggest question.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we can all check and confirm that it's probably around there, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It's almost time
I
to
remember
buy.
using that back in 2013, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Good old days.
And good old days.
Yeah.
We are seeing another dip.
Yes, sir. I'm waiting to buy.
We are going down to 143.
Nice.
145. You get
prepare bayonets.
Yep.
Coming down.
Yeah.
Nice.
We hit
prepare bayonets.
Mm-hmm.
Richard just tweeted, yes, I know the domain says for sale. It's not. Yeah, I'm going to tweet. Yeah, this was shown in the HexAsians. Stream moments ago. Tune in. And let me put the link.
I can't find the wallet that is responsible for the dump.
I'll find it. Give me a second. Oops, what just happened? Oh, why didn't it? Why did this not do what I wanted it to? All right.
Has anybody used that dapstar.io to regulate the amount for your MetaMask?
No, I haven't.
Supposed to change the permissions. I've used it a couple times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, and Bitcoin looking perky.
On that US debt clock, look at this silver all the way on the right.
I'm looking.
Says silver's almost 5,000 per ounce.
Yeah, I think.
Wow.
AKA the unmanipulated price. Oh, interesting right column. I hadn't been on the site in so long that they didn't have this the last time I went up. The dollar to crypto ratio.
Yeah, this is new.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's very new and very important to know.
What's the measurement for? I mean, like,
It looks like they mean every fiat dollar or every dollar in existence with respect to the debt to every crypto that exists.
that exists.
That's what I would surmise that it is, but I'm not
So
sure.
that's like 1 is to 10, so it should be worth 10 times more, supposedly.
Correct.
And then this one's blank.
Like, no. What this is saying is that there's
2013.
$10 in existence for every one crypto.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, okay.
That's what I'm thinking it's saying. Because then that means it's saying
Wow,
you need at least $10 to purchase one, valuable. I don't know what crypto they're talking about, but that's the way I'm reading it.
It doesn't give you.
Because it says dollar to crypto ratio, so that should mean $10 for every one crypto. But which crypto it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird, right?
Huh.
Interesting stuff.
Yep.
Really, I don't believe that for 1 second. 286,000, 286 million ounces of gold. I don't believe that for 1 second.
Nah, me either. Too broke.
Nope. Oh, hell.
Are you noticing that the Staker app doesn't show the
Staker app doesn't show what?
The buy and sales? I mean, it just has a line item that says 472 different purchases. But if you click on the stream, all you see is stakes ending and halted.
I don't know how they filter that, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's a good point. There's no buys and sells.
Yeah, it's just showing starting and ending stakes and
Yeah.
halted stakes.
It just says,
Stake activity, really.
Yeah, I can reach out to Steph and see what he says.
Because even if you click on the buy and purchase, it just brings up the same halted and staked.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Nomic says 7-day projection, 2.5 cent Hex.
2.5.
Oh, Super Hex says they took off the buys and sells. Yeah.
They
Okay.
took it
Yeah, I
off.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that.
They'll turn it back on later.
Thanks,
yeah.
Super Heck.
Yeah, thanks, brother. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Great. I love that.
Man, we ask a question and a hexagon's gonna know the answer.
Yep.
That is true.
One of us,
Actually,
20,000 plus hexagons will figure it out.
Yeah.
If they don't already know it, for sure.
Community is full of good people, smart people.
Yeah, it really is, man. That's why this asset is so undervalued. Just the community alone makes it valuable, right? Because we have to realize that's what keeps Bitcoin up, right? Is the fact that people want to keep buying it. Otherwise, it would just go down or sideways.
Oh. I didn't even know that they've actually got prediction charts.
Oh yeah, that's the 7-day prediction thing.
So I'll go down to one.
Hey, Wales, or anybody on the... Go ahead. Do you or anybody on the chat or the show, do you guys follow Gregory Mannarino?
Nah, no idea who that is.
No idea.
Oh wow,
not familiar. Unfortunately, I guess.
Why? What did he say?
Yeah, you should look into him. I've been following him for probably almost 10 years. He's a veteran. He was a Navy doctor, but now he's a trader on free, and he puts all of his trades out for free. He doesn't charge nothing for his website, no nothing.
Wow.
So if every Gregory Mannarino.
Yeah, I'm actually following him on Twitter already. Huh.
Yeah, he's legit like a mug. Traderschoice.net is his website. Traderschoice.net.
Oh, I know who he is. Then okay, I just didn't remember the name. Okay, yeah, I know who he is. I'm familiar with the gentleman. Yeah,
he's fucking.
Yep, that's it.
Yep, that's right.
He's pretty good.
Good stuff. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta really think about it, right? If people are trying to teach you how to make money, why would they be teaching you if they know how to make it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And charging you. Right. I mean, that's not to say there are certain things to charge for, because there are.
Yeah.
Because learning how to trade is a process, and you do need a mentorship through that process. And I'm telling you, because I didn't have it. And it makes it easier if you do.
Yep.
Right. So that's the one thing to understand. But when somebody's just charging you for their time and you're not getting anything in return, time to pay attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He does a YouTube video about he's I've been watching him for several years.
Wow.
No.
I don't do trading, but I just like his other geopolitical stuff that he talks about. How what's affecting markets and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. When you're involved in capital markets, you got to know, because that's what moves. That's what moves it. This is why I know so much, because it all ties in. It's all drug me in that direction. It's not by coincidence. You know, money rules the world for a reason, and everything that happens in the world is tied to money. Don't get it twisted. Everything.
And another one that's up by your way, up in Kingston, New York, is Gerald Salente. So he definitely another guy.
I've heard of him. Yeah, I've heard of him. Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that's the thing. There's a lot of talent out here in the real world, right? I mean, you're not going to hear about everybody, because everybody doesn't want to be heard about. But you know, it's doable. It's not like you can't do it, but you have to have a very disciplined mindset. It's not just something that everybody can do, unfortunately. And that's why, you know, we have Hex. It makes it easy for everybody. You don't have to find out if you can or you can't. Why lose all that money if you don't have to? Remove that from the equation. You'll be so much richer, so much faster. It's simple math, right? Less losses, more gains, more higher net worth, much quicker. It's simple math. It's really simple math. And that's really all it is. It's really all it is. It's really nothing else. So, you guys know I love to break that down like that all the time. So,
yeah, for sure.
Live update: the Ethereum cargo ship has been freed.
Traffic has resumed.
Yep, traffic has resumed.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah. On that note, you guys think we should wrap it up? We've been going on 3 hours.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's all right.
Great stream,
All right,
guys.
gents. Yes, sir.
All right, fam.
Thanks for coming.
Good as always.
Same time next week. Actually, you know what? I will put this up there. Who we got today?
Thanks everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. We got a lot of usual suspects in the chat that hang out. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I was about to say, hopefully Papa will be back next week. He's missing in action for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just watch the stream at least. Follow us on HexAsians on Twitter and smash the like, subscribe, all that. And we'll see you in the next one.
Indeed.
All right. Yeah. Take care, guys.
Peace.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Take care.